What's going on? What's going on, my lovely people? What's going on, my lovely people? We back again with another one. Back again with another one. We talking about Jamaica Reggae Boys plans for the young footballers, especially. Yeah, what is the plan? Especially for the likes of the U20 squad that just competed in the U20 championships, made it to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, got bounced by Canada for the second time they've played in. They draw the first time and they lost the second time. Um, what's their future? You know, as well as all the other talented footballers that are competing elsewhere in the world. You understand what is their future? um, for this Reggae Boys squad if they want to pursue playing internationally for this Reggae Boys squad. So those are some of the things that we're gonna be talking about today. So I look forward to hearing from y'all in the comment section, man. We talking about the Reggae Boys and their integration plan from stage to stage to stage, also incorporating the other talents that are going through their stages, just in whatever part of the world they are in, going through those stages. You know what to do already. Hit that like button. It's free 99. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's free to hit the subscribe button. Just hit the subscribe button. You understand? Share it if you want to share with other people as we have this football conversation. Big shout out to each and every one of you. Again, if you want to join the panel, you definitely can do so. Put the link in the chat. We gonna have a discussion about it, man. We want to have a discussion. I'm gonna let y'all know my thoughts and my opinions on these topics. We're gonna go over some information that I find to be interesting, and then we can talk about that as well. Marvin, what's going on, Marvin? Say we can use local at U14, U15, U17, but when we reach U20, no local coach. We need a very good under 20 coach, and whenever time we pick a U20 squad, we're not finding a ball handler. It's funny that you say that because that's exactly, you know, in my opinion, respectfully, the wrong idea to look at it because we don't need to only use local at U14, 15, and 17. We need to exhaust all our resources in terms of when I say exhaust, I mean use the resources to find these talented footballers who have Jamaican heritage somewhere else in the world. That is, you know what I'm saying, on the radar, going to be on the radar, and mix them into the squad. Mix them into the squad at the U14, 15, and 17 level. You don't want to have a drop off between U17 and U20 and then have another drop off between U20 and the senior team. So again, I repeat, you don't want to have a drop off from U17 to U20 because what you said is use local ballers 14, 15, and 17. But when you get to 20, no local coach, you know what I'm saying? And obviously no really local footballers. We need a very good coach for U20. So when these coaches are not on the level to coach at the U20, coach U14, 15, and 17, then Marvin, when the U20 coach gets them, how good are they really going to be? What is he really going to have to work with? Are you saying just get bare heritage ballers that are elsewhere in the world? Let me know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hear me good. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm glad you dropped that comment so early because the conversation I'm trying to have with you all out there is what is the integration plan? What is the integration plan for? What is the integration plan for that U20 squad that competed Talk to me, people. All right. Marvin said no. I was talking about coach. Well, I mean, if at the end of the, I kind of disagree because if you can produce your own coaches at that level, why not? Why not? Obviously, they got to show that they can do the job. They got to show that they can do the job. But ideally speaking, if you can dominate your coaches, yeah, if you can have your coaches dominate at that level, then you should have no problem. You should be good to go. So again, you need the coaching to be at that level so the players can be at that level. You want to build from grassroots. That's from, you know what I'm saying, the youngest of the youngest. You want to build from there. You want to start to build the system from there. Um, in my opinion, I don't know what you think or what y'all think out there, but that's what you should want to do is build that system. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the coaches ain't good, then the product wherever those coaches are coaching is not going to be good because they're not good. And you don't want that at the U14, U15, or U17 level. I don't believe. I don't believe that's something that you want. I truly don't believe that's something that we would want. You understand? Wagwan J, yeah, a long time in a check in. Well busy. Are you stay? Are you stay right now? Turn up good man. Smash that like button. Let me know what is going on. Because the conversation for me is what is the Jamaica Reggae Boys plans for the young footballers? The U20 squad. The U20 squad that just competed. You know, what is the integration plan? What is the steps for them to make it into that senior team seamlessly? Right? Also, you have you have other footballers that play elsewhere in the world. So if they play elsewhere in the world, that means that they need to be recruited. So how are we gonna sort through all of that? How how are they gonna sort through picking the best crop of players that we have? We have a U20 squad just competed, and we just had some young players that also competed in the qualifiers and leading up to the qualifiers. So again, at the bare minimum, and I'm talking about that's U20 level going. I just want to know the steps to go from U20 as a national team seamless to some of these players. Their names are there. These players right here. See them here? Joshua Grant, Johnny Stedman, Justin Murray, goalkeepers. Defenders, Orel Miller, Jaquan Brown, Deshaun Talbert, Kyle McLean. What's going to happen to these players? You play and represent. What is the plan to either help them to excel, get them into the first team? What is the plan? Jeff in Jamaica football not going nowhere. The old man them can't change. Now, see, now you talking. All right, I hear that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I hear that. So then, what happens to the youngsters? What happened to the youngsters? See them here? What happened to them? Marvin said U14 always perform good. Yeah, then what happened to the players? Marvin, what happened to the players? What happened to them? Smash that like button, because you got these players right here, but then you have other squads where you have young players as well that really didn't get no game time, that are in the first team. So what happened to these players right here? You have the Dexter Lambakisas and the Marlon Van D. Waiterin that just joined the squad. You know, you have like what happened? What happened to the what's his name? The Jamani Bells. Jamal the you know, the Giovanni Taylor, the Sean Layton. What happened to them? The Kamarly Scott, Santana Headley, Jabari Howell, Jermaine. What happens to them? What is the steps and the progression to get to the next level, to get a part of the senior team? Cause the senior team have some ballers that apparently can play, but they can't see the field none at all. They can't see the field none at all. They get no minutes. So what happens to these youngsters? What did they learn and garner from being a part of the U20 squad? Or was this just another game of football? Somebody talk to me in the comment section. Let me know what's going on. Drop the link in the chat. The phone line's also open. You could call in. Let me know what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts and opinions. Phone lines are open. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that this thing here. Hold on. Smash the like. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. At least you can do that. Hit the like button. I ain't asking you for $1. I'm asking you to hit the like button. Tap that like button. Let the like button do what it do. Jay said, Francis, remember from the early stage I told you I can't see any ball handling midfielders in none of the youth squads. The senior lacks the same. So if there was a plan, we would have ball handlers in. I agree with you. I agree in the youth setup. Then you would at least say, yes, they have a plan, these players into the senior squad to fix that problem. 100%. 100%. And that's what I'm. Now we here. Now you're getting to the nitty gritty, Jay. Jay, you're getting to the nitty gritty, the nitty gritty of it all. What is the plan for our young footballers when they have achieved this success and gone to this level? Like, what is that next step? What does it look like? Because you have these players that went to a quarterfinals. That means they had to play well. They didn't play excellent to win the tournament, but they played well. So what happens to these said players now? How much opportunities they do they get to get into that squad? Now, don't forget, right? Because it just doesn't only stop there. You have other youngsters that are emerging right now somewhere in the world that got Jamaican heritage. But you look at a squad like this. This was for the Unity Cup. You got a lot of young players here. You know what I'm saying? Like Brandon Cover ain't really getting no minutes. Dwight Merrick ain't really getting no minutes. Tyrese Hall. You know what I'm saying? Courtney Clark. You understand? Then you have Kaylin Cole, Katamar Thieries joining the fray now. You know, Dujon Brown, Nick Simmons, Kyle Fuller, Raheem Edwards. You also have Warner Brown. Like, where does Jamone Lyles and and fit in the ranks um with a Leon Bailey, a Dixon, a Whisper, a what's his name again? Demarai Gray, a Efron Mason Clark, Ronaldo Cephas. Like, where do they fit in? Like, what is the plan to help them to get to that level where they can at least make the squad? They might not make the what do you call it? They might not get on the field, but how do you get them in the system after obviously being good enough to compete in U20? So the next step should be into the senior team. That should be the step. You understand? If Marlon Van de Waderen, like he's another one. Who was? Odin Samuel Smith. Hey, the name, they're there. They're there. They are there, people. You know what I'm saying? This is another list that is also there, right? Like Ainsworth, Christopher Ainsworth. You got Richard Kingston, Rabino Gordon, you know, John Bell, Kyle Min, Tarek Ismenes. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Kahari Bennett. Like, so what happened to these? What happened to our ball system? Like, where are we going from? I don't hit that like button. Join in the comment section. You can call in. You can hit the link if you want to. Have your say. I just don't see a plan right now for the U20s unless a big club come and pick up one by one. Well, I mean, think about this, Marvin. They just put their skills on the world to see in terms of championship football, and everybody watching these games that love football. You don't think scouts and recruiters are watching these games to see what the next talent looks like and who can emerge from one of these tournaments? Of course they are. Of course, and that should happen. That should happen. Look at even Canada head coaching youth team development and transition to. Hey, listen. It looked like it. It looked like it. It definitely looked like it. That you can't deny. Smash that like button though. So that could be part. That's where players make no difference. Why they make no difference? Why they make no difference? They seem to make enough difference to compete and reach all the way. Compete and reach all the way to the quarterfinals in a U20 championship. So I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Tell me why not. Smash that like button though. Talk to me, people, in the comment section. I'm gonna talk back. Let me see. We got by mainly on individual brilliance, especially from the wings. Notice we played Canada twice, 4 halves, and Canada played 4 different ways while we only played 100 million%, Jay. I said that already. We didn't really change anything. I said that already. I said that already. I'm glad you said it too. Talk to me, people. Let me see here. That is what I've been saying. We got mainly got by mainly on individual brilliance. There were some moments there, but you can say that. You can say that, but I just that's part of the plan. That's part of what Marvin was saying. That the coaching, we local coaches for U14 or no local coaches until they're up to that level. That's what Marvin had said earlier. And I'm saying, okay, well, they played well enough to get to the quarterfinals. You know what I'm saying? So we got talent. We might got raw talent, but what is the next step for these U20 players to progress and eventually make it the into the senior squad? You understand? Hit that like button. We want to know what's gonna get, because there's so many players that are joining the system that are younger players. They're not getting any minutes. So how did they crack the system? How did they get in? Like, what's next for them? They competed U20. They did well. They represented well for Jamaica. But what is next? Like, what's next? Um, Morn says we have seen all local teams regularly and normally against weak opponents, and I can't tell you we can't get by on locals alone. Okay, I can tell you. All right. I said they're looking at other qualifiers in other regions as well as no. Exactly. So you'd be able to see other players. I'm right there with you. Right. But again, you still got to send scouts to look at these tournaments, right? Listen, talent come from anywhere in the world. As long as you can get talent, why would you not accept talent? So talent is for everywhere in the world, 100%. So, but you know, teams should be looking everywhere. Smash that like button, people. So that's what we talking about here. You got Francis, if I remember correctly, scouts from Barcelona and other clubs already signed two of the players. One transferred for 8 million. See, there you go. There you go. Give me some more information on that. That's crazy. That's crazy. You understand? Jay said that they've been using that for players since 2002, and the football hasn't changed either. Well, you know what? Again, you can have talent, but if you don't got a system, it's all about the system. Like, where's the system? What is the system? Where is the system? What is the system? Talk to me. You understand what I'm saying, people? So if that's why I just said if you got all these young talents from all over the world, England, Russia, Canada, US, wherever they got Jamaican heritage in the world and they want to play for the Reggae Boys, how do you sift through these players that have come through the system and the players that are looking to join the system? How do you put them together and get the best out of that group? How do you do that? Put the JFS trash as usual. U20 who? Every level of Jamaican football needs development. Coaches. Yeah, what? Oh, that's what we trying to listen, that's what we talking about. That's literally what we talking about. Literally what we talking about. But y'all can definitely let me know below in the comment section, man. Every level, grassroots level, from the very, very bottom, needs to needs to be increased, so we can see it. And I felt like even the multiple ways that Canada played the game, yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Please hit the like button. That's free 99. If you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're doing. You're tripping. But when you think about it, the style that Canada played in the first to the second game was different. And we weren't really out of our depths. To be very honest with you, the game looked different, but we were still in the game. It's just those like little key moments that I felt like, yeah, got away from us. Got away from us. Jay, it's not that they're being used is the problem. It's how. Every time we say straight, but then when the campaign is about to collapse, we go run and recruit players for the sake of. Always. Recruiting is another one that really needs to be upgraded. Recruiting needs to be upgraded, man. Recruiting rather than building. We will recruit all 10 forwards and one midfielder. Look at the Reggae girls. The players, local overseas, were recruited while young and kept together, not 60 different players. That's because we have so many players. And that's what I'm trying to say. What's the system? How do we get past? How do we change that? How do we get past that? How do we get into that sweet spot? You understand? That's what's important right now. That, at least to me, at least to me, because you have to recruit as well. You can't not recruit because you might have a talent somewhere in the world, maybe in Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Because Jamaicans are everywhere in the world. You got a youth out there in Turkey that got Jamaican heritage, just playing top notch football. You want to get to him early. So again, your recruiting and your connections is important. And Jamaicans are we prideful people, man. We love our country. So how do you mix in this U20 team? Had a lot of local balls, but how do you mix in some overseas? You know what I'm saying? How? How? At the moment, Jamaican football should have really made players from England. Yeah, you terrible. Um, he says, remember Panama defeated the Englishmen 3-0 inside the National Stadium after mainly homegrown players nearly lost 2-1 to Mexico and Azteca. Yup. For for all who says overseas players don't make a difference, the World Cup campaign collapsed the moment Hayden, overseas player, was unavailable. The team didn't lose a single match he played in. Facts. Facts. What am I gonna say other than facts? That's facts. Smash that like button. It's facts. A set of all men and all the Costa would be competitive against Mexico, and you think so? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I ain't know about that. I don't know about that. Mm-mm. I don't know about that. Mm-mm. I can't get with that, bro. That one got me. I don't know. Man. Ball position. Ball position should be at the top of our development. At the very, very top. Dealing with the ball. Controlling the ball. All of it should be at the top. All of it should be at the top. All of it should be at the very, very top. The very, very top. So yeah, Campos said start from the U14 level because even at that level, the recruiting process full of politics. You see, if we gotta get back to the whole politics part of it, that's part of the problem, man. Like we gotta get out of our own way. Like we want something, but then it's like we don't want it at the same time. Like it's like, do we want it or we don't want it? Like that's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? U14, that's what Marvin came in here and said earlier. Marvin came in here and said earlier, like, listen, why don't you, no local coaches for the U14, the U14, U14, U17, you up to U20. But I'm saying from when you're thinking about it, from U20 to the senior team, what is the step? What is the process? What is that step of that process that they can take to get into that team, knowing full well that there's a whole queue full of players, as you can see right here, that really not getting no minutes like that when they're in the first team. Like Dixon not playing like that. Neither is Atkins playing like that. Merrick not really playing like that. Ellis, like, so you have Rabino, Gordon, Richard, like, so what do you do? Like, what is the process? What is the process, people? Talk to me. Talk to me. All right, now YouTubers and fans that do better recruiting than JFF. It would seem so, man. The overseas player would never be able to perform the same for Jamaica as they do for their clubs. Why not? Of course they can, but it's all infrastructure, system. If we had a system that you can recognize, like, okay, I was saying this. I think I was talking to. I remember who I was talking to. I was saying, listen. I think it might have been Campos I was talking to. I said, Campos, listen, the Mexican, yeah, that played in that Central American and Caribbean game, the females, the reggae, the girls, the way the Mexican team was training, they looked the same. And that's not the first team, so to speak. They look the same. They run the same. They control the ball the same. All that stuff is the same. So there has to be a system that is in place that would change it. Of course, they're coming with that technique and stuff. So it has to be a system. Reese Nelson, Jacoby Ramsey should be at the top of the recruit. Should try to do everything to get them to come and play for the country. Are you kidding me? No local born player is good enough to play for Jamaica. That's crazy. Or that's Orion's thought. Let me tell you something. When you think about it, how would you personally entice a player? If you wanted a said player to come and play for your country, first of all, everybody want an opportunity to play in the World Cup. That's the first thing. Everybody want an opportunity to play in the World. I don't know nobody that don't want an opportunity to play in the World Cup. So given that everybody wants an opportunity, how do you entice a player that is not sure whether or not they want to commit to playing for Jamaica? How? How would you do that? Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Let me know. Let me know. How do you recruit a player like a Reese Nelson or a Jacob Ramsey that you want to be a part of the squad? How do you recruit them? What would be your recruiting pitch? What would you say to them to make them change their minds and want to play for the team? It was overseas players. It was overseas players. If overseas players are the problem, how comes the REGGAE girls have gone back to back World Cups with the maturity of the girls born overseas? Talk that talk. You better talk that talk. You better talk. I'm gonna get to because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, if you look at the REGGAE girls process, They got 17-year-olds playing for the senior squad and putting up game and putting game together. They got 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds competing. I don't care if they get the doors blown off. That don't mean they got them in the game playing. They playing. We got players that don't even. Yeah. Anyways, Jay, there was no women football competition was going on in Jamaica. You can't compare the men with the women. Here we go. Orain Nelson did avoid Jamaica while Tyrese Hall a ball for come play, and we neglected the youth and run down players like Nelson. If Hall and bust out at Spurs and Future, we vex. You see? That idea right there, Jay? Like, at the end of the day, you go, if you have heritage, we trying to get you in the squad. So you do what you have to do. You exhaust your resources to see if you can get a talented player like Reese Nelson. Come on. That would change the football immediately. A player like Reese Nelson would change the football immediately. No question about it. No question about it. No question about it would change it. 100%. But how can we get these U20 players better featured into the system in the senior team? What are the steps? Give me the integration plan. Knowing that you have a list of players like a Ronaldo Webster, Rabino Gordon, a Kyle Ming, Brandon Cover, Dwight Merrick, Kahari Bennett, Kaheem Dixon, Tyrese Hall that want to play, Efron Mason Clark that want to play, Seymour that want to play. What's the plan? Jay, the Englishmen don't have the passion as the homegrown players because they weren't raised in. That is nonsense. That is total garbage. Stop that. That don't make no sense. They got more skill, but they don't got more passion. That's why the football look like that. Cause we playing with passion instead of skill. We need skill and development. We got enough passion. Passion is in our DNA. Passion is within us through generations and generations and generations. We got passion. We're not short on passion. We're short on skills. At that level. It's like we hit a point, and it's like the elevator don't go all the way to the top of the building. We only on the 4th floor. We stuck on the 4th floor. That's my thinking. Next up, Jamaica doesn't have the resources and infrastructure as Mexico and other. That's always gonna be the same. Nonsense. There's many ways to skin a cat. And the love for the football has got to get back into the homes, man. Like, parents got to get back in love with the game of football. Fathers, uncles, male cousins, moms, grandmas, everybody got to get back into the love of the football. First and foremost, then we try to come together as a community and produce more surfaces to where talent can be developed in its rawest form. Because if you're playing on these surfaces, you're learning to play on good surfaces, you learn to play in an organized manner. If you get 1 or 2 out of that in every parish, man, in the first 2 years, you're doing good. The next 2 years after that, you get 5 from each parish in terms of talent. That's going into the schoolboy system, which is the biggest system in Jamaica. I don't care what y'all say. The JPL can never compare to schoolboy football. There's no football competition in the island of Jamaica that can compare to schoolboy football. Zero. Manny Cup, the cost of zero. And I'm not going back and forth with none of y'all. So we got to start at that level. That is our creme de la. That is our boys and girl champs. I'm trying to tell you. All right. The only thing that was Campos said the only thing that was visibly different with that Mexican female team was the player's name that played that Mexico system so well. You would that was their that was their first team 100%. We need to Jay, big up everybody in the comment section. Jump in the comment again. The link is in the chat. You can hit the link. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta, just get the link and talk. Let us know what your thoughts are. Or you can call in. The number is on the bottom of the screen. Call and let me know. Let me check to make sure I ain't missing no phone calls. Call and let me know what your thoughts are instead of typing. You can call. You understand? All right, cool. The women's team contained local at the time with the youngest being 16, so it can't be compared because this is sensible thing to do. No need to reinvent the wheel. These all right. Recruited young, allowed to gel, while the men team are cycling 60 players per year. You can't build a team like this. First, the players being recruited overseas or local should not be older than 25. Can't get 2 cycles from a 30-year-old. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can start there. That's a fact. You can start there for sure. You can start there for sure. 100% you can start there. But you can't deny certain talent, certain experience is something that you can't buy. You can't buy experience. Well, you can, but you can't at the same time. You gotta buy it from somebody that already has experience. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. But for that first part of what you said, like that first part of what you said, like I 100% agree with that. You know, that's why I'm saying be able to have a good recruiting process so that you can pick, the best crop of players. You might have 200 that have the ability can play for the country, but you only need 23 to 26. That's something that I believe that has to be, implemented. Again, you got these young players. They performed well in the U20. In performing well in the U20, what is the process for them? What is the integration plan into the senior team? Knowing full well you got players, you understand, like Brandon Cover that can't get a look in, like a Efron Mason Clark that's playing, like a Dwight Merrick that's playing, a Ronaldo Webster, when the team is going, can't really get a game over certain players. Rabino Gordon can't see. Like, what happens to the Kahari Bennett's and these young players, the Jamon Lyles and the Jabari Howells of the world, like what happens to them, from here on out? What is the integration plan? What are the steps to help this young squad do their thing? Talk to me, bro. What's happening? You're on
What's
mute,
up? What's
Steve.
up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going
Blessings,
on?
blessings. Yeah,
How
follow the
you living?
conversation. Yeah, yeah, hear me?
Yeah, man. How you living? How you
Yeah,
living?
I'm good. Yeah, follow the conversation, bro.
Facts.
Boy, a whole heap of things to do. Yeah, listen
Wally.
something I hear the man. I listen something I hear the man. Them say all in the selection process for the little under 14 you them wanna play. That the man them bring politics in a brother. I left out certain player and I bring certain player.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, at that level, a man still want have his. The youth them now getting a chance to develop, brother. The right way.
The right way, the way that it should be
The right
developed.
way. Yeah, the right way.
Because at the end of the day, you're looking at these players right here that's on this squad. The integration of these players into that senior team, like how flawless is there a plan? Will there be a plan? How do you get these players to go from this U20 squad where they performed well for the country, wore the colors, represented proudly, made it to quarterfinals, came up short? But what's the next step for them? Because you also have some young players like a Dixon at Whisper, you know what I'm saying? Like a Tyrese Hall, that really can't see the field. Like when they're part of the senior
Mm-hmm.
team. So like, talk to me.
Let me tell you, say, a long time me I echo this sentiment, you know. When I look on the rest of, sorry, when I look on the rest of teams, them, where I come up, where I get along with the program, you have at least two, one. Say the minute bare minimum one player. When the commentator call him name, he's either a part of the under 20, under 21, or under 3, whatever it might be. When you look for our senior team, tell me the last time we have a player will come through the youth ranks in our team.
That's what I'm trying.
Give him
That's what
one
I'm trying
name.
to say.
Yeah, so a long time here, Echo is the last youth players we have where elevate to the senior team. As opposed to the Omar Daly them and the them player there. You understand what I mean?
Yep.
We do have under 23 program. And that I think that's one of our biggest downfall because at under 20, really and truly, some of them still not now already. But if they have an under 23 program, you could have still use that as a stepping stone to give them a little more, you know?
And
Not
what's
even that
stopping
in
them
all.
from doing that?
We used to, and this is one of the things that's why I say we need some transparency. It under 23 gone, and we know them are going to say the same old thing where them always say. They not the money. But you don't have money to do the important things. But you have money to do things where not needed.
Yeah.
If you understand what I mean. So if you are look say say what the football of Jamaica get better. Brother, the mistake where man make, let me tell you. No sense to pretty it up. The mistake where man them a try fix it from the senior. And fixing it from the senior simple means say, me see somebody put in the comments say, ready make players from England. So
Yeah.
something like that. Them just want to know say you next up sports a play for one club of England and you do good and they just go recruit you. We not believe in a developing. We know you see some or some country pay mind to them grassroots.
Yeah.
When you look, as I say, when you look on the Mexican team, then even the under 14 team, if you sit down and watch them, both male and females, them have the same identity where them are used at the senior level. So you right away you see them are groom them from this. So
Yeah.
when you look on the Mexican team, the game I watch today, because I didn't listen to it a while ago. The game I watched the other day. The only difference was the name on the back of the jerseys were different.
Yeah.
But if you know the team and I look on that Mexican team, you'd think of the first team.
Yeah.
Then no look out at place, you see them a try playing at the same, the coach have them a play the same system, the same everything. So then no wait till they reach a senior level. Then no, brother, at that we are, then we are going for players now. We are trying to get players to use individual brilliance
Yeah.
to make the coach look good. But when you look on the little youth, them and look on the under 20, look on this under 20, the under 20 squad the other day. Those are capable players, players with good
It's
potential.
on the I don't know if you
But
can see, but it's on the screen.
yeah, man, I see it. So these are all players with potential.
That's what I was gonna
But
say
you
to you
just
because Brandon Bent, like you look at a name like a Brandon Bent. Jaquan Brown didn't do bad at the back line there. You have Jamani Bell. You have Jameer Nolan, Giovanni Taylor, Sean Langer. Like, what happens to those ballers that got raw talent?
and yeah, but you see, let me tell you something. As me say no, we are trying to fix it from the senior team.
No, it
And
has to start from the grassroots, from the
me
babies.
now bash the youth them. We might there so as fans and I say the youth them no good. But next up for them to reach that level in the first place,
Yeah, I said they
they
played
must
well
have been
enough. I
doing
wouldn't
something.
say they're not
No,
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mr. Person said they're not good, but they must
That's
have
dumb.
been doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
Cause me with my big belly can't just get up and go play for Jamaica. If
Mm-hmm.
you see me play for Jamaica, I must train and I do put in some good performance now whichever club me there. Me have
Mm-hmm.
to do something for them see me.
Mm-hmm.
Even if a man say the keeper around say look on him. Even if somebody open the door and push you in, but you still have to do something for somebody open the door and push you in.
Yeah. To
So
want
me
to
not
push you
like this thing to want to push you in. When the mistake we are make again, look on this squad we have up right so. There's a
in.
player on it, Sean Layton. Good potential. Me know say, especially if them play much for we think him the best, which is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think them are waste him out on the flank.
Yeah.
Look at Sean Layton talent. Potential. Let's use the word potential. He did well in the Manning Cup last season. He did well in the JPL to some extent because a little boy against big man. So he might doing thing. He might make the progress. And then you a player like this, under 20 team, under 20 field, and you're sending back this player now to go back and go and play against Manning Cup players, defenders, where he might run rings around last season and the season before. How can playing Manning Cup again benefit this player? It
Good.
make
Stick
him
up
come
in.
benefit Jamaica.
Stick up in. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I just said a while ago. You probably was like getting
Me
your
just
stuff
said no,
set.
me never,
No, no, you're getting your stuff set. You probably didn't hear what I said. And if you guys in the chat heard what I said, repeat what I said. I said at this level, bro, at this time right now, the biggest footballing competition on the island, in the island, on the island of Jamaica is schoolboy football. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Zero.
yeah, but
No,
yeah,
hold
but
on, hold
yeah,
on.
but
Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. If you have uh all Manning or all the Costa Cup team, they playing rivals, you get a bigger turnout than the JPL, any other competition on the island. No
all right,
questions asked. So
all
why
right.
don't
So
we start below so that it feeds into that system and then we can take it for like a flower. We can take it to many different levels because we pour so many resources, time, and effort into schoolboy football. You can't tell me nothing, bro. Go ahead.
yeah, that's what me I say, you know. And you listen to people talk. You have your ears in the street. It's not it's not say this schoolboy football bigger than the JPL. We not go broad brush it. It's
Me,
just
I can say
as
that.
a
No,
as
no, no.
a
This is a
hold on,
message
man.
from Francis. Hold
All
on
right,
up. Me, why you make me
my
want to say what
DJ,
man say? I said it's
say
bigger.
you
You
listen to
can't
that.
post in. I
Yeah,
did.
man.
Good.
Yeah, me not say no, man. We not differentiate who say it and who not say it, man. We just have put up at next spectrum to it. When you watch the schoolboy football, as a if you are an ardent football fan, one of the things that make you go fall in love with the schoolboy football, as way you put it, is you can at least see where the schoolboy teams them a try. It might not work, but for example, every different schoolboy team you watch, whether that's a Cup or Manning Cup, you can at least see where them a try. You understand what I mean? You know where them a come, you know what them a do. I think when you watch the JPL, it is just most of the times when my JPL match then come like one time some headless chicken around up and down. You understand what I mean? It just look shambolic. But that not say the schoolboy footballer them better than them. But I think when the schoolboy coach them a
See,
try to
see, that's why I gotta
again
stop you. No, no, that's why I gotta no,
that
that's why I
person.
gotta stop. Hold on, I gotta stop you because you said something wrong. Nobody said anything about being better. I
Me know,
said
me know, me know, me
I
know.
said not the
Me know, me
players.
know.
I'm not talking about the players. Forget about the players. I'm talking about the overall competition
But
between the
all
JPL
right,
and the Costa Manica. There is no comparison, bro.
all
That
right,
is our it's bro. It's a boys and girl champs. It's bigger than work than trials, bro. Are you kidding me? It's not
all
even
right. So
close.
let's not. All right. So why am I bringing up the topic? When you, as me say, when you look on Sean Lane, going back down to Manning Cup, not going to improve him because Manning Cup are going to make him just stay at that level. Because these are defenders where him, as me say, run rings around about 2 seasons now. You understand what I mean? So even if him go there now and him go score 50 goal in a Manning Cup this year, people are gonna say he needs to be a part of the team because he must. Me just use example, he must score 50 goal. But when you sit down and look on it, when him going at the senior team now, he might go look like him have a clue what him a do because he might play against players where I know are going up happen to him now
Mm,
and a better and a better they might go get better, him come like him have start play down to the level now. So the amount of work we would have put in, you not put in the amount of work there when you play against when you go back and play schoolboy football.
mm,
And then again, when you go back to most of these schoolboy football coach, them just want to know say you can kick the ball at the goal.
mm,
Them not teach you them nothing. Them not bring the youth them to the next level. The youth them reach the level as you can see with the under 20. But when them for change gear, it's like there's no gear for change. It's just like a automatic transmission. Just be alone, just drive.
mm.
It's not even Tiptronics. Where if you decide they want to speed, they can come to boom and box him, and deal with like a standard. This is why I say we need to start from a grassroots level. As I say, I don't think you need. I don't think you should have a local, no local. Yeah, I don't think you should have no local coach. A coach the U14, U15,
Mm-hmm.
because them only them the one level, and then at the same thing I go come up right up in the senior team, and that happen for all level, both for the male and the female. Remember the female match we were watching the other night? You hear the first thing I say? These two players look the same way. When you look, you realize that they play for the same local club.
Yep. So
You
you
understand
get
what I mean?
you get to my point.
So
That's my point of what I'm saying though. That's the point of what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. Let me get to
yeah,
some of these
so that,
comments real
no,
quick.
yeah, man, you can go. Yeah, man, read it for me.
Jay Jay, well, if foreign players are better, might as well the JFF cancel every football league in the island. They should.
Take a pin. Me, ah, as I say, me join late. It's not a matter of, all right, say foreign players better than local players. Because you can have player where they are foreign, player for player, a local player might better than them. If let us use example. But the difference with the foreign players then is up here so. You see up here so, next up here look for me.
Yeah.
You see that thing they call football IQ.
Yeah.
Sometimes the players them are overseas really and truly. If you put them in a little scrimmage game, they don't have a clue what to do. Then really no good man for man. But them understand the game on a different level and know how
They understand on a professional level? Yes.
to what the word me I look for? No, when the coach give instruction, they know how best to carry out the coach's instruction. So if the coach say we have played 4-4-2, they know say this is their zone.
Mm.
You understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Which the local player now know saying can shift and put it shift you and put it. We watch we can't call name now because the tournament done. We watch Lions the other day, one of the best young player in a Jamaica beat one defender about 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Having enough chance could have passed or could have made out of the match. And the first defender when beat, when him get the tackle and get up back, when you look on the number who tackling,
Same player.
see him defender when beat and how the defender get to tackle him, if you remember. In
Cause
turn back,
yep.
you remember a dance and a flat over a ball and go back. So I know say so me would say the foreign players them better, but then carry out the coach's instruction and then so when people are saying we have good young talents, but we don't have nobody to make. Cause some of the players them over Jamaica, it's them to get a good coach and the coach say, run away there. And say to them say, why more you run away there? Honestly, they can't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They can't tell you because no coach at Jamaica, no coach now teach them the entirety of the game. You understand what I mean? Me
Mm-hmm.
watch the under 40. Me watch the under 40 game today. And when I tell me, I said, no man, we need to check me would have to go check the youth bird paper. Next up then look under 14 you me see a play today.
Yeah.
They now play like a son 13 and 12-year-old. The ball game look good. The ball game look good. Them are retain the ball, them are turn it round, then now force it. Anybody who watch the game today can see that. But when they reach now, and these are the players when they reach other stage now. Yeah, I wonder say, why they look like a back way them a go? I know they do them a go back way. And the coaching I carry you them back way.
Back way.
The coaching,
All right. Go ahead and finish what you saying, the coach. I'm listening.
no. Yeah, so and now I'm gonna say the overseas players better. I'm gonna say the local players better. Bro, it's just different. Just a
Yeah, for
Jamaican.
you. Yeah, let you
Yeah,
finish.
but
Go
just a
ahead.
Jamaican. When I tell Jamaican player and fans about system, the first thing they say, when system I go, system stop play football long time. You ever hear them say that? Yes.
Mm.
When you look on the rest of teams them around the world, when they carrying a coach, what the first thing the coach say? They carrying a Liverpool coach. You did the first thing the man say in a press conference. Team game
Mm.
what kind of game? A pressing game. Same don't know
Mm-hmm.
if Isaac can work with him because Isaac is not a pressing forward.
No, he's not.
And them I say they don't know if him injured, if him press, if him body can hold up. So right away you know so that are the coach system. You understand what I mean? You carry the
Mm.
next man say yo position. So But when we carry these coaches come, when you look on the under 20 team play, and we look on the senior team we fail the other day. You remember what I said to you?
Mm.
I could tell a player to player in the U20. Them look just like a senior player them. I could have called every senior player name and compare a U20 player from that tournament to them. Because I just look the same way.
Mm-hmm.
We do something, we put the ball on the ground 2 times and it look beautiful. And then we go back to this big long kick, big long kick. We have one midfielder, we
That's what
want the
we
ball
that's
nine
what
foot.
we know. Let me run through
No,
these comments quick, but that's
hold on,
what we
hold
know
on,
though.
listen. Hold on. The youth in the 10, in want the ball nine foot. How many times we sit down and watch the game and see the youth come with their hands so
Mm-hmm.
and the defender then just come boom over him. And then now what the whole of it say? The midfielder now play because they're not. But them actually are show people if you watch the game.
Them not trophy, them not wanted. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
What are that?
the one time the youth get involved in the game and start play, what did the coach do? If you remember,
Submit.
sub him out and then start go play along. So it's coaching, brother. Oh, that. Read the comments. Yeah, listen.
This up and coming season is a make and break when it comes to a lot of these players. Facts. Jamaican public don't support the football on the island as other countries. Jamaica has a wagonist culture, not a diehard culture, and obviously that's what we're talking about changing. So how do we change it then? RNHOR. How do we change it? Tell me from your standpoint. Because I still want you to
Explain.
tell me if you was going to make a pitch to a Reese Nelson who doesn't want to play for, what would you say? Remember, I still want y'all to tell me that. Let me get through to some of these comments. I want y'all to tell me that. Hold your thought real quick. JPL hot garbage according to Orain Davis. Jay says the JFF shouldn't cancel but try to improve them or go out and get the know-how rather than believing they know everything. The youths lack the proper development skill-wise, even their physique. 100%. Jay, that's Jamaica. We just have to accept it. That's the problem. We just have to. We what? Mhm.
Yeah, we
Uh,
just have to accept what
we
we
just have to accept
have
what
like
we
netball. Read it. Streamer write it in a patois.
see. What I'm saying?
Streamer write it in
Other
a patois.
events. No, no, he's writing in English. I was just distracted by something. Other events are homegrown, not only sporting events. Okay. All right. Jay says that mindset is why we won't reach anywhere. Exactly. As much as people cuss Butler, have to give him respect for go out there and try different ways to reap the rewards. 100%. Butler using homegrown talent and he's turning into something. Uh no.
But
Uh
no, next up, hold on. But that's the issue with me having. Butler carry Sean Layton so far. They say stop. Because you can't go play Money Cup. You understand what I mean? We need somebody now to carry take them to the next level.
it's
So
because
Butler
of all. I think it's just all because of the other things going on with him. Why these players ain't moving as
I'm
fast
just
as they
telling
need
you
to.
the example. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
His health, and
that's
there's a bunch of reasons that he's not really being
bunch
as
of
sharky
politics.
as he normally would be. Yeah, like on it like he was for his son and Leon and so on and so forth. High level diaspora players in Jamaica team only. Yeah,
High
I
level
know, I
players. Yeah,
know,
that's
I know. I know. Friends, the first Unity Cup, I asked a question about Brandon Cover on Delano Splat, Dante Casanova. Someone said them not that good. Then I see Brandon Cover make the fun. Yup,
no,
make the next Unity Cup. Yup, yup.
no,
Hold your thought there. Hold just because I want to get through the comments real quick. Just hold your thought. Let me just read through them. I'll go back to it. Don't worry, I'll go back to it. I don't like the politics in Jamaica football. Nobody does, Marvin. These youth players are trash as usual. Orain, Marvin, who are do recruiting at JFF no ready. Look at the players them say no good versus who them say good, and look who turned out better. Me see them. I say Hutchinson Bailey. All right, Whisper and many others no good. Same Covers was the best player for us at Unity. That was deemed not good enough. You had a Gennaro Johnson who was deemed not good enough for us, but good enough to be called up for the Netherlands. Tech lick. Nobody in the U20 good. Campos, how many of these players made the team of the tournament? I don't think they put that out just yet, or they might have raw talent. A milk. Oh my gosh. Me like what
Korean
you
cafe.
say. 100%. It is a bigger. It is a bigger fanfare. It definitely is. Plus, people have more personal connections, and honestly, me see better ball I play at the schoolboy level than the JPL. I enjoy watching Clarendon College play football that they say Jamaicans can't. Campo, remember you said you have what? You have players all did
Then
a repeat grades until them at 20 just to
20.
play Manny Cup and the Costa Cup. Can't serious about going pro, and at 20 you still have play schoolboy football. Big up yourself, Jargons, every time. Jay say, years Mr. Local players stick out like a sore thumb on the field. The first giveaway, what? No, the first giveaway to identify them: ball control, physical build, decision making, comfort level on the ball, just to name a few. I agree with that. Bless up, Jargons. Jamaican football is like what? Boati industry? We have the
Jamaican football is like backside industry.
oh,
Backside.
it's a
It's
Jamaican.
like
Okay, good.
backside industry. We have the raw
But we refuse
material,
to
but
seek the
we
knowledge.
refuse to seize the knowledge to refine it.
All right, what do you want to go back to? Let me see. Where was
Yeah,
that? Where did I
man.
stop at?
The Brandon cover situation. Yeah,
Or is it this
this is
one?
the one who say no man. The one him say after the first United Cup, him ask what happened to Brandon covers and
Okay, I'll find it. Go
the
ahead.
ones in there.
You can answer
Yeah,
while
man.
I pull it up.
I think in that situation more so. I don't think the JFF because let me tell you, there's certain things you can beat the JFF for, and there's things where you can beat the coach for. If a coach don't see a player in a theme mindset, in a theme setup, even when time we see the youth that do good in a club or whatever, the coach now go use him. You understand? And when them that's when Brandon covers, then the more so I concentrate on how when playing a right back in play,
Who's that?
Brandon
Cover?
covers.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he can, but he plays defensive midfield and yeah, right back.
Defensive midfield and right back. I think them did concentrate more upon where the youth name, where them dropped since recently. Ah,
Who they
Lambikisa.
dropped recently?
Lambikisa, then I drop
Yeah,
Lambikisa,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like they look on the amount of caps them have. I think them that
I think he
concentrate
was in
upon
that
them.
squad. I think he was in
No
that
man.
squad. I have it. Let me see.
No man,
I
we
think
just
he was.
attack
Yeah,
overall.
keep going. Yeah, yeah.
He must say,
Overall, yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah.
yeah, he must say him see players that we say we no want when Netherlands call up.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Listen to you. Go ahead.
I think most of these players do good, but I don't think the coach at the time, I don't remember who did I coach, see them in their plans. Because there was a lot of players during the World Cup qualifier, there was a lot of young players
Mm.
who had do really well. Because even the youth of them getting at the last. Wait name. Wait name were coming at the last. Oh crap. You want to say like in the midfield, man?
Who's that? Oh, Tyrese Hall.
Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall knocked on the door a long time, but I think the
Yeah.
coach before just never see him in their plans. You you understand what I mean? As somebody alluded to, we need more concentrate on the hearing them and the rest of players them we have at the time. So we never have the time. The coach never want to look for nobody else. Because if you notice when those two players went down, I think
Mm.
somebody typed it earlier. When those players was in the team, we never did a lose. But when them players they go down, you could have seen the big hole in the national team. But this is one of the things where everybody that say, we see these players that we know they can do. But when we look on the bench, we don't see no real replacement for them. And we know football is already. You understand? And I think that had what catch them at the time. But them young,
Mm.
so them have time to fix it. But again, we can't fix the Jamaica football from the senior football. We have to fix it from the youngsters them. I mean, I
Mm.
think the local coaches them, no disrespect to them, have the capacity to take the youth them to the next level. It, it's the same like how we get players, we want players to leave
Yeah.
and go at the EPL and go at the MLS. We need some coach for left the island, going at some different system. think out of the box. 'Cause if you notice, every time our JPL team buck up some other team, look
Yeah.
how the man them beat them. Look how them beat them. And they're not better than them man for man, but them just have a better, what you call it now? What you call it? Better unit
Yeah,
or
but
better
then,
style of
but
play.
yeah, it's a better unit. I was about to say because
And
it's a unit thing. You know what I'm saying?
so these teams are teams where dominate the JPL. I run over team week in, week out. But when they come up against some side from down Puerto Rico and down at the little place there, or what have you, with some players, some of them they have nobody who play national international football. And we have
Mm.
players where we consider we represent the country already. Can't
Yeah.
control a ball. I do me see man get about three one-on-one today and kick them away since night. One-on-one with the keeper and kick away.
But that goes back. But again, that goes back to at the end of the day. I say it already. This goes back to the development. It goes back
That's
down
what
to
I say.
development. Development
So,
at the lowest level. Development.
so Francis, what me I say, you did say your coach, your coach Mount Pleasant. And you win 1-2 trophy. You know if you
Mm.
beat everybody in that the JPL. Take little try left the country. You know what I mean? Try going
Do
on
something.
different environment. Cause sometimes the environment, cause when you get too complacent, when you win too much, you get too comfortable. You know give yourself no room to improve. So when you do buck up on these teams, they look ordinary. And really and truly
Mm.
sometimes you have the capability of yourself, you know, but you just don't want to left the country.
Mm.
And it has stifle you them because when you look, you know, I see him you them in the Francis, even if you as a coach have them in a good setup, because as all I
Mm.
want to say, when I like the schoolboy football more than the JPL. When they
Mm.
left the schoolboy football with them bag of potential there, you know, a straight in the garbage league, as the Orient call it, then gone, you know. What do you think has happened to them?
Like their development's gonna get stunted. Their growth's gonna get stunted. They're not gonna go no
So
further.
you see a little ball that dominate schoolboy football and I say, yeah man, I next best thing. Then in gone no try but to go play JPL. Yet what do you think has happened? So you have to fix it. I think the new initiative we're getting the coaches certified. I think it's a good initiative, but me think where the local football is, I don't
Yeah.
think no local, you know, there to bring the local football to the next level.
Mm.
How much
And
I
again,
hear,
that local football. Before we move on to these comments, the local football, what? Tell me about the
Tell
local
again.
football. The local football, what? The local football got to start from. I told you, man, from the families getting back into the love for the football. That's where it starts. The families getting back into the love for the football. You know what I'm saying? And throughout all parts of Jamaica, not just in a concentrated area, everywhere on the island should be playing football. That's that love we talking about of trying to rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Get families to really believe in that love for the game again, if that is possible. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about, so that it can infiltrate. Remember, I told you the plan. I told you the plan. I gave it to them for free. You know what I mean? You build some little, you know what I'm saying, futsal, depending on where you at. If you got grass, some little services, you want to get that you want to get the game being played again. The game's not being played. It's not. It's not.
No,
But
no, no,
anyways,
don't say that.
because even
Don't
that
say that.
used to cover hungers and get
No,
back communities together and stuff.
no, don't say that. The game is still playing, but it's not being played for the right reason, like where you want to play. You want to start play back for the love of the
Mm,
game. But I think it take a different dimension now, down to the youngest player now. When they say, come on, we can help improve or whatever, you know. The first thing I ask, you know,
mm,
how the butter look.
mm,
You know what I
mm,
mean?
mm, mm,
So him not put in the work yet, you know, him not reach nowhere yet, you know. But him still want to know how the butter look. And when you
mm.
always say, if you do the right thing, eventually what will happen?
Come. The
What will
money
happen
will
eventually?
come.
Exactly. But they want the money first.
I ain't do nothing yet.
And not do nothing yet. So
That's crazy. He says, Jay says CDM covers was brought into play, and that was because of fan pressure. We didn't have what? We
oh,
didn't
Brandon.
we
Brandon
didn't
was saying.
look on players. Are you serious? Hold on. Now I know what he's saying. What? Brought in because of fan pressure. Fan can't pressure these guys into doing anything. Yet multiple JPL players were being given run out to get a contract, even players than just let. Yep. Yeah, we know
Allegedly.
that.
Allegedly.
No, Jason, that's Jay's thought. They get, bro.
Oh,
I hear
oh,
you,
oh, okay.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
but
is
we
not
are reading.
this is not France. It's not next. No, this is what Jay's again. Freedom of speech. He's saying what's on his mind.
No.
I ain't stopping him from saying nothing. Now you saying allegedly. You ain't got alleged. You ain't got alleged nothing, bro. He's saying
Hold
what
on.
he's saying.
So that's like me, if me that play football, honestly, I may get a call to go play one game. Maybe so I saw people that say we get a game because somebody had try to give you a contract, but real and truly, it
Mm-hmm.
must be that it can be somebody see it like you have a good potential and you deserve a call. You get a call, you make it or you don't make it. Because we have seen players who get called where look like they can manage. We have seen players who get called where I wonder why they get called, but we know they can do. But me hear you call a name since night. From we call him, we not see him back. Me never see him doing in the latter part of the league. The youth from Mobile. You call him name since night, man.
Who's
Me
that?
there on the
Raheem
list.
Edwards?
Not Edward. Edward come from Mount
Who
Pleasant.
that? Who?
It's alright, me get back to that. But some players just when they get the call, cause read the next comment. I me a look man.
Hold on. Who? Let me see. Who?
The
Who?
last comment.
Ellis, Fuller, Simmons. Who? Anyways, the local coaches
Merrick.
also.
I think I'm Merrick.
Oh,
I think
Dwight
I'm
Merrick.
Merrick.
Oh, okay. The
Mm.
local coaches also lack flexibility. If Plan A fails, they can't find Plan B. 100%. They don't got a Plan B, in my opinion.
No in-game management. No in-game management. None.
Big up Vaughn. Wagwan Vaughn. Cavaliers
Big
shock
up yourself,
into
man.
Miami. Cavaliers shock into Miami a bit, and then come back to Jamaica with a Plan
I mean,
B. And Cavaliers couldn't even change the Plan C to counter Inter's Plan B.
I say something to you. You see that? You see, sometimes this is what I said. Players and coaches need to leave out a try change the environment. When you look how that Cavaliers team played that first leg against Inter Miami and look on the second leg, you have to wonder to yourself it was if are the same players them. You see, because of the environment with the inner Francis
Mm,
and the opponent with them a play, it bring more out of them. I wonder if you understand with me. You know the little
of course.
the shock factor there. Yo, and then big team upon them good turf yeah, with them amount of people. Yeah. Guess when the man then come back home, it was like then come back down to reality. You understand what I mean? So this is what me I
Mm,
say they need to left. They need to left because they not have a plan C and a plan B. Because that was one way Cavaliers play.
yeah.
They're a transitional team.
Mm-hmm.
Inter Miami then go against Inter Miami, then get good field for run pan and then get open space. Cause you know those teams are going to stick to them formation, so you'll get more space to do your transition. More than when you play against a team where I go try and match your stride for stride.
Mm-hmm.
So when you play against the professional teams, then where you go stick to them guns, you gonna have more room for do what you do. You know say as soon as Inter Miami find out Cavaliers, how did they look? How did they look? See, look what
uh,
the man they never mark them. The man just mark the space them when them a go pass the ball, and lock
that's
off the
it.
running channel then.
That's it.
And the game done.
That is it. 100%. And then that's the problem. That's the part we're having. So again, I'm gonna ask you a question, Campos. I'm gonna ask y'all in the comments. If you're watching, I appreciate y'all, man. Bust a blank for the real ones that continue to support the channel like always, man. Hold on. Bust a blank for the real ones. Campos, if you had to make a pitch, people, if you had to make a pitch to a Reese Nelson or a Jacob Ramsey who's not sure whether or not they want to play for the Island as a recruiter for the organization, what would your pitch be?
At right now in the present, in the state of football there,
Yeah, right
you have
now.
to
You want him to play right now.
you have to pitch to a love where you have to gain. Because you don't have nothing to gain. You don't have nothing to bet. You don't have
So
monetarily wise you can't pitch
so
that
talk
field.
to me. So talk to me. Let me know where I'm
Me
going.
can't. No, me no pitching time. Me can't me no that's why me no recruiter, Me can't I got to give it words, me just tell you. You can't give snaps, but me can't give word for word. But you have to, there was an interview where one, I think I tried in or somebody do. Me no me if you can find an interview there. And him tell her why in turn down the call for come play for Jamaica. This is the interview there. When him said the coach come look for him and the first thing the coach say out time out, he said no he couldn't play for Jamaica. You never see the interview there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like the man say he don't know Jamaica like that. He don't have Jamaican heritage. And you basically I tell him say, yo,
Uh-huh.
n- n- me I try quote him like when I say, yo, yeah, say, where you for come do for Jamaica from where you not for come do. And the man I say, but
Mm.
you don't know Jamaica like that. Me don't know some parents them place or what have you. So you can chew it down for me shoulder like me have to do it. This thing, I think this was the first time they use me hear the term used in a football when it come to Jamaica. It's like them as a team say, it's a patriotic duty to come play for your country.
Yeah. And that alone, just that alone.
That me like I say, yo, why you come play for Jamaica, you know, why? Because it's a patriotic duty. Seriously, nigga? You know what I mean? Yeah,
So
so
that yeah, I don't know how that one. Yeah, that one is a bit different. But for me,
yeah,
like,
it's
let
an
me know how
interview.
you would pitch these players that like a Reese Nelson. Like for me personally, like at the end of the day, it's like okay, everybody. My pitch would be simple. Everybody would like an opportunity to play on the best stages in the world.
Which
You
is
can
the
help
World
this
Cup.
team. You can help this team. You know what I'm saying, and be a part of this team and get to the World Cup. There's gonna be ups and downs. This is my pick. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be things that's not gonna work the way that you want it to work. But if you can endure, yeah, and you can see the promised land, you can get the lads together to play football at a high level, then you can achieve some things. At least you can say you've played on the international stage, a part of a senior team. Straight
Ah,
up.
yeah, but you say so when I say everybody want to play upon the biggest level. This is why me I say sometimes me I wonder then when I look on the player where everybody they expect to come to it, knowing him couldn't represent the country where he want to represent, because coach literally come out and say as long as he my coach in a way in a team field. So he can basically go look elsewhere. And that player still refuse. That before we start going to shambles with the qualifier. You have to wonder what happened.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Because remember, you and like he could have go play for England, because England coach basically say, yo, there's no chance for you. So you're free to go elsewhere.
mm,
We were in good stead because we were winning games. That's all. We did a win games. We were winning games and we did a go on good from them time there. And he still refused to come play. So you wonder why I know many times they say they reach out for him till they say he mother fi sign something till the year one next tour, till the year one next tour, till he end up not come.
mm,
And me personally feel say if him did there, that my personal opinion, me can be wrong. But me think if him did there, me think would I make it just based upon again, based upon just the talent where him bring come where him have had to what we have already.
mm,
You know what I mean? And when you look on the games then we play we falter and look on the missed opportunities them. If you get if you get 5 or 4 of them opportunities there, you can bet your house at least one of them would have take. You know what I mean? Based on the caliber of player where him be.
mm.
But why him never come? I'll know, we don't know. That the last thing we hear so somebody did his mother alone if he sign something or something like that.
There you go.
And him could have definitely able to World Cup and as they said that would have be biggest stage. Can you imagine?
Who's
And
that?
one country. Mason Greenwood.
Man, yo, brother,
No,
Mason
but
Green.
I'm just saying. No man, you use
That's
the
what you over here
terminology say
talking this whole
no
time.
no man, you use the terminology. Listen what me I say. You use the terminology say every player want to play upon the biggest stage. So even if it's for that selfish reason alone, because when Robbie Earl come in last for we, and Robbie Earl come in as a old man, but in say it out in 1 month, him just want to play upon the World Cup stage before he left. You know, how long them a try get him.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And when we basically reach him come, start and score first goal for we. You just want to play upon the biggest stage. So if it's even that selfish reason alone, why wouldn't you come? If you are what you say a true football lover and you want to play upon the biggest stage and you see an opportunity, why would you say, all right then, Francis now I mean, say, yo, I'm gonna sit at home.
Mm.
and the World Cup is there. Me don't know.
That's
So
crazy.
I just
Let's
say
read some of these comments real
maybe,
quick.
well, I know,
Uh,
I just say maybe the people them where do the recruiting and the pitching, maybe they're not pitch the right way.
they're not.
Mm-hmm.
They clearly not. Um, a lone old man then play to we see how those old players use experience to beat them. Yeah,
You might talk
yeah,
with the something the Cavaliers and the something again.
yep. With the Inter Miami game, first thing we have
Mm-hmm.
to sort out are the administration and coaching. The coaching have no pulling power. If we at least get a coach, we might have a pitch to work with. We don't need a. You don't need a coach, bro.
No,
Players
Mr.
don't play for coaches like that no more, dog. Like
Yeah,
you got, they don't, they not go. Oh, because that coach is there, they're gonna come.
no,
That don't work.
no man. But me did make reference to that already because me hear a international coach say it. Say him one of the main reasons why him could have get team players them in the non-international break was because of him. So the club know for one, him a go protect the player. Then me don't know if that mean by giving them minutes or me don't know what they mean. But him say of him. So when him reach out, him not have no problem getting a players and coaches before him couldn't get players unless a FIFA window. So it kind of work next up. It kind of work if you look at it, because you're gonna have coaches out there with players who are willing to play for gladly. I go jump every time a coach say jump.
Mm.
That's the truth. So coaches do have pulling power because
Um. Yeah,
it,
not
one
to, in my opinion. You
one
have
of the
to pitch.
greatest thing, Yeah, one of the greatest things still, we know you have recruiting people, the recruiting for national teams. After any football club, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that. But it give you one different feeling, when the coach himself, more than one time after the recruiter, you make up your mind and sign, yeah, me to coach you. But it's when the coach you come knock on your door and sit down and talk to yourself and tell you what you want and what you expect and what you're quick off your budget, more than when the recruiter come, because the recruiter come tell the same old story. Me don't know how you look
Wow.
on it. You know,
Wow.
feel so
Uh,
when a coach come knock on your door, and when you open
no,
the door, you say,
yeah, because it'll make you feel like, oh, he's really interested in one. He really wants you to play for him. So yeah, you can say, okay,
when
well, that made me want to play for him more. But for me,
no, it
like
don't, it
as a
have pulling power.
footballer, no, because you see, it happened to me. It happens to many players, many
We
players.
did we did say
But
it best. We did say everybody. We did say the recruiter call him agent call him, all this call him, but he never make up his mind. We can't think he never ready until he hear him door knock. When he open the door, we see what time door at the time. Fergie, he said, funny see Fergie would never have to open him out. He couldn't tell him no. So that does a pulling power because everybody else that try to convince him.
yeah, that
But when the
was then,
coach come
bro.
come talk,
I don't
that's
think
what I
that
said.
happens like
I
that no
said
more. Yeah.
that. Yeah, oh, you don't think we have no coaches like
No,
that no more? We can have the pulling
no,
power there.
no, no. I don't.
Mm.
That's why I said I don't. You have to pitch the exposure and opportunity to play in the World Cup because they're lower down on England's list. Facts. Of course, we would have make
Let
it.
me ask you a
I
question. Let me
just
ask you a question.
hold on one second. I just one we did want a Garcaris. Oh God, come on, Jay, let it go. Let me just get through these comments real quick. You have hold on to your thought. You have focus on who's willing to come, especially the younger ones, and leave who don't want to come. Okay, I hear that. Uh, them ad keeps locking up the stream. Oh yeah, I know. I know, I know, I
When
know.
some, when some,
No, just the ads, the ads. I
oh,
don't, I don't, don't you
don't
guys,
you guys,
don't you guys don't think the
don't
better
you
players,
guys don't think,
example Greenwood, are friends with other English players? Probably don't like the conditions. Eh, bro, it's
as me
football.
say, me
At
no
the end
know.
of the day, it's football. Like
Yeah, me get
that's
it.
what I don't want it. Like, do you
So,
see why I call these guys soft nowadays? Because
hold on,
it's
man. So,
football. It's, are
so
you
that's a
sure? Are you
question.
shooting me again? Hold on, are you
No
shooting me
man,
again?
no man, no you man. I just comment me I say, why me not support the comment there?
Shoot me again, you know.
If Greenwood and who me can use now, Gray, a friend, cause Gray a Englishman and no Gray. Where they want to play in a midfield name? Jada. What the midfielder name man? Even pin up them a friend. If them can come weather the storm,
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you come with this time too? This is
Yeah.
what me I tell you. Say, see how things and time change. When we one time when we hold on in our circle and so when I play football, when one man say, "Yo, that's how we are going," you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
will away and move, again, we now go back to 90, but use the unburden situation. Man, want to spend vacation in England, time off in 2 weeks. And the man
Mm.
say, come take the son of Jamaica, man. We are going to train, and them alone get called. And they say, all right, then Mark come watch. Man, I say, where you going to watch? Just come go and knock around some ball today. And the rest was history. So why would
Just
you
like
think,
that.
say, Greenwood and them are friend? And see him a watching friend, them a struggle. Come help out your friend, them then, man. There's so many selfish reasons why he could have come.
So many.
If me and your friend, I may see next support their struggle, and it is within my powers to come do something to help you as my friend. I mean, know your potential, I mean, know your ambition. As I say, World Cup. Why would I sit at home and don't play nothing at all when me can come help you? Me, ain't no, you're not my friend then.
Exactly. 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 The coach have an influence on the player's decision and also squad quality. If Mason Green was a part of that World Cup squad, other top players may have joined. No, I
Yeah, but they say
disagree
the
with
same thing
that
about
again.
Reese. They said
It's to a point.
they say the same thing about when name Damara Gray. They say the same thing about Isaac Kane. They say the same thing about Pinnock. You know what I mean? So I don't think
Mm,
that's gonna make a difference. I don't think he would have attract nobody.
no,
If
I
player
don't
want come,
think
they
so
would have
either.
come.
I don't think so either. Guys,
Russell,
no, we read that already. Russell, who's Russell?
the midfielder name
John
me that try
Russell.
remember come there last. Yeah.
John Russell. What about
Russell
John?
come play. No, me that try remember the midfielder name
Oh, okay.
where we have in the middle of the park where our English player basically too. If
Oh,
you understand
okay.
what I mean. And
Mm-hmm.
if him come and decide say him a put him football knowledge on the line to help this little small island
Mm-hmm.
and you here say you now go play for your big nation. Francis, you know much player would have take up that opportunity. There. Remember we in a good stead, you know.
Yeah.
As I said, I World Cup you talk about it, brother.
Good stead.
Then how would I win games? Weren't we winning games?
Yeah.
So me ask that question. You don't think
Uh-huh.
a coach like Dwight York have pulling power? Me just use York as example. You don't think a coach like York have pulling power with overseas base player to come play for Trinidad? Just
Just
to
based
make
off the
sure
fact,
that
just based
Dwight
on the
York.
fact of who he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but guess what happened? So this is I'm glad you brought up a player like that. And this is what happens, yeah?
Yeah.
He
I'm
got
alone,
he
me know.
got no, I'm saying he got pulling power to pull in players that he think can play well. And based on the fact that it's Dwight York, I'm gonna come play for him. I told you this generation, this generation next, they don't really look into that. They're not really locked into things like that. They don't have loyalty like that. But in the event that it was such a big thing, he would still have his job right now. He don't. Them players would have
Yeah,
made sure. Them players would have made sure he'd have had his job.
yeah,
So
but
his
then
power
fear.
isn't really pulling like you think it is.
Now when I say pulling power, as I say, if so you know what you doing at the
Understand
league.
100% what you're saying. You don't think I get I get exactly what you're saying.
When I listen to Lampard interview, him signed two midfielder the other day. And the
Mm,
midfielder them say, yo, Frank Lampard reach out. We can't say no. Midfield them play no. And then get to play under the greatest midfielder EPL ever say. Man, they say they couldn't turn down that. That's what I mean. So I
mm,
think managers are pulling power to some extent.
mm. All
You
right.
know.
I don't know. But Bailey was the difference in great joining top players can influence other. No, for sure. For sure.
Then
100
Bobby
because again, you don't want to
Bobby
play you don't want to be a top tier player and go play with some C-level players. Like you're a top baller playing somewhere. But you see the problem is like the real dogs like my boy there that's playing in UAE, that's playing in United Emirates right now. What's his name there? Oh man, what's his name? Dang,
was
I just
position in
lost his
play.
name.
Was position in play.
To me, mid 6, 8, and 10.
That's how that. Who have in
Um,
you?
he an old boy. He an old boy now, man. Old boy now.
Ravel?
He old. He old footballer now.
Oh, Ravel?
Ravel played when them players weren't good. He played when they weren't good. He played when they weren't good.
When
You
them a carry
understand?
bro, when them
So
a
for
carry
you to
brunt
sit
and
back and
burden.
wait for no, you come and you graze the level and you grow and you build. I'm telling you, that's what
That's
you.
true.
That's a real footballer. A real
Right.
footballer don't sit back. Nah, they say so. So you think when Cristiano them was playing, like their team was always good? You think Argentina they
Yeah.
was always good?
You know,
Bro,
there's
you
some
play
I
with
want
some teams that's trash. You the only
I,
one on that Joker.
you know, say what they say that to somebody say a Ravel in I'm prime in a that team we fail for the World Cup. Me not talk the old Ravel, you know, me not talk the Ravel with the
Bro,
Bailey them and the green with them
if you'd have
with
just
the green
stayed
and
home,
the
bro,
green with
his
them.
football club career might have been better.
No, a Ravel in I'm prime with these set of players that we have now. We fail to qualify to the World Cup, man. Would that be would that be a glory, man?
Yeah,
Would that be a glory? That's true. But as I
yeah.
say, him come him never have the quality around him. And we see what happened to him. We see what happened. But the good thing about it though, see the good thing about it, younger players are show more interest than before to me. Before to me, I think the players them that rated and reach certain point in their career, then decide to come. But when me see this 18-year old them, the 19-year old them,
Mm,
I show interest. Like even the Tyrese all I show interest long time,
mm,
That's what I mean. I'm to see him there now. Brandon covers that show interest long time too, but just never get a look in because I think that was more so coach's decision.
mm.
When I look on even the Lambi Keys, still young, but some people say, boy, Lambi Keys are not good in can retire now. To the amount of game when play for Jamaica, but people forget that Lambi Keys are supposed to just turn 23. Am I 23 yet?
Lambi
Him
Kisa? I
just-
don't think so. No.
Yeah, so you understand my point?
Yeah.
So we have so the young the talent and the age is there. We just need something, Francis. Me no know. We need something. We need something, brother.
So like
Every
again, and I'm hearing you.
Tyrese
Like,
Campbell too. Tyrese Campbell.
what is that
Tyrese
step,
Campbell,
bro?
yeah.
What is that? Tyrese Campbell's a baller. What is that step for
Ball.
these young ballers, bro? These young ballers to end up into the senior program, not
The
team
number program.
program.
The number 10 youth to play for we just gone out of the EPL. Yeah, so the two game of the man play for we. If you never know him and know say him just get promoted to the EPL. You know what kind of question you would ask? You know what me attack?
Mm.
Where the number 10 name we play we just get promoted. Call him name.
For
I pull
who?
up the last list. For Jamaica man, him just get promoted with Frank Lampard. Ah,
Who's that?
shoot.
Joel?
Mason Clark. I say name?
Oh, Efron Mason Clark.
Mason Clark. No, but just I say, when you
Mm.
look at his performance for Jamaica, if you never know him and know him, though, you'd wonder what kind of ball that then can come.
Mm.
Because whatsoever system they use was not conducive to the youth. None at all. The man look, you know, so the man looking at the two games the man play for.
Mm.
Look like he never have a clue because we just need somebody to get them. As you said, when they not care which Mexican team I go play, them just know say you are the system, And that start from which part? Which part it start from? You know, start from the senior team. You know where it start
Mm.
from?
Mm.
It start from the whomever the director, whomever responds to the football and a whole pan the island. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
If you send a U14 team out there, you're supposed to still see that Jamaican identity there. If you send a girl them out there, you're supposed to still see that. When me you say the other day with the Mexican team, you come like a thump me under my belly, When they say to me say that I'm not even Mexico third team, these are just some
yeah.
girls that try and make it squad.
Yeah.
And look for how them a move with the ball and without the ball. And I move as one. Remember them go up on the pitch in a one, like you train. Then do everything. And when me look back on the video of the Mexican senior team,
Yeah.
everybody afraid of. And me compare the two of them, me have one on the laptop and one. Me I say, but hold on, are the same thing this? Same movement, them have that one number 10 there. Boy, when them people they put people in a number 10, then they just put people in a number 10 because of the name. Then put people in a number 10 we can play.
Yeah.
The girl where did they play the 10 for the Mexican team, she's not even the fourth string number 10. I try make it squad.
That's
You see how
crazy.
she look? You see how she look? Up and down the pitch, up and down.
Yep.
So we need that. We don't know. So my fear is all of
Yeah,
these
they
young
all on
talents
the
that we are
22
getting.
laws.
Yeah, all of these under 22 players that we are get, these young talents that we are get. I look forward to 2030. Me just have prayer to God. What happened the last 8 try, not happen
Yeah,
again.
but what? Yeah, but forget about that. What happened to the other talents that are emerging now from wherever they are emerging in the world, and they want to come and play for this
Them have
national
come.
team? You
They
don't
have come.
forget. Don't forget. We There was nobody there that was really. We didn't have. So the system. So okay. So the players ain't good, but yet still, our players are like 25, 27, 28, and we ain't got one 17, 18, or 19-year-old that can crack the starting squad. Bro, our program is in trouble. We got it right now where we're supposed to be having these talents being pumped out over time.
All right.
We waiting for our footballers to get overseas before they can get a recognition. And I don't understand. I mean, football is played at whatever level it's played at. When are we going to
You know,
continue to raise the football so somebody can come from wherever they come from in the world and take your footballer straight into one of them first teams somewhere around the world? And you're like, whoa, oh, straight off the island. Why does it have to? Bro, don't get me started, though.
so that are one of the issue. The next issue is most of these diaspora players who are coming are players who are under 23 just the same.
So
So you
why? So
say,
again,
no,
I'm
no,
glad you said that. Go ahead,
no,
finish.
man, hold
Yeah,
on, no.
finish.
So when you look on the broader spectrum, we have a lot of young players. We have our players now. One man, me can ever call his name. What his name again? Me can't call his name. Van der Ventin. Van der Vertin or Van der Ventin. We come from down Holland them a play. Down a Dutch him a play. So that's how far reach gone now. So, and he's a youngster because he could have played under 22. So with if we even take out some of the senior man them, I believe we keep some of the senior man them, we still can have a good young team. So unlike the man them a feel the local players alone, they're not feeling only the local talents. When these youngsters come, we are the good in their respective clubs and academies. When they come in our system, the whole of them look like they don't have a clue what they do. Every single one of them, we carry Ian Free come make Francis beat him with a leather belt. I know Francis man supposed to have wheel in him back. When you Francis beat him man when time you how much you can complain? Not curious, so. Not curious, so. Over curious, so.
Yeah, the whole of them, I'm just look out of place. See the team here. So I asked the question
Yeah.
earlier, bro, about half these players that's on this team, like a Rabino Gordon, like a Kalen Cole Catamartiri, the younger brother for Bailey Ty Catamartiri. They were like Merrick, Tyrese Hall. You know what I'm saying, Brent? What happened to these young players that are trying to crack the squad, bro? So what happens to the U20 players that's supposed to be transitioning into the senior team in some capacity when you have these young players that can't even get no game time? They're just traveling with the team.
And again, I said here we need somebody we are go brave. We need somebody we are go brave. Because
For what?
me
Brave
said
for
this
what?
here the other day. No, you said the young players. I said this here the other day. One of the worst thing when a man left school and go look at work. The first thing they say to you when you stand in front of them. You have to have at least 3 year experience. Me just left school. When I get 3 year experience, nobody no want to take no risk on you. Kind of 3 year experience.
Right.
So we need a coach. When as I say, these young players, we had so many chances the other day. Could have give these youngsters minutes. Because it's all about minutes. And then when our back was against the wall, this was when we run go for youngsters them now can just dash them off in a deep. I remember you said it. Why did we carry entirely basically a new team go play the 2 playoff game? Eh, Why would you if you barely miss out in the regular qualifying stage by the odd goal because we never score? Why would you change that team entirely to go play the playoff with a set of players? Better you carry majority of who know. You understand what I mean? Have that experience there.
Yeah.
And when you had how many tournaments could I give these players game? You never call them. You still call them all foot them. When the all foot them can't make it out when God forbid, how go down for in the midfield? What name? Eden?
Eden, yeah.
And from Eden go down in the midfield is like a man drop a atomic bomb in our team. Because when we had so many chances, we could have used players and look on players in case. Can remember everybody that said, this Jamaica team look good with Eden.
Yeah.
But when Eden go down, what are we going to do? Because we don't see them a try bring nobody through. We don't see them a give nobody no proper game. As they say, them a carry the players them, but they not give them a game. Them a carry them, but they not give them a game. But as soon as Eden go down,
Mm-hmm.
how long we have all Tyrese, all them, we can play right across the middle of the park. How long we have a number 10 for? And instead of we give all them a look in, every time when Gray get back fit, who we ever play number 10? You remember? At the Mara Gray, we ever play number 10,
That's
And
right.
When Gray wasn't there, who we ever try play 10? We have Bobby Reed in there, Till one I time man must say when time Bailey get back fit to Campbell a play. It better Jamaica use Bailey in number 10. When we
Mm.
have so many players who could have look pan, me nah say them are gonna make it, but at least look pan them because that you the when in Paris I think you tell me the other day, him play right across the middle.
Yep.
But we never give him a chance. So we don't know. We need a coach a brave. So like how you come out and say, boy, you have these players and you give them a chance. It's like when the coach then get the job, as you rightfully said the other day. Once you get the job, it's all about protecting your job. And how you protect your job. Results. And if you want to get results, we have to trust to get results.
You do what you're told
Eh,
also.
because yeah, protect your work. So
You get, yeah.
it's all when I said about when I go in, next up look like a good number 10. So as soon
Mm.
as I go in, me I go get next up in boss.
Right.
Then you have to have all those that tumble down for your one side because you have to hear say you want to get next up sell to one club of friend make you give him
Hold
a
on,
game.
stop, stop. You have to say that for the people in the back that's not listening. Say that again. Reel and come again. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait.
Brother Logan about be careful if you close me out.
Come on. Hold on. One more time. One more
So
time for the people in
be
the
careful
back.
make sure. No, it's just the truth. Next up a good player. You say when you get the work, you will get next up a debut. And as you get the work, all us are tumbling for you on one side. Because when you call next up, you go hear say true you want and get a contract. And then you look for your job, you have a hear man say, boy, you want to win so much, because you want to build up. What the word, what the term when you use to coach them? What the word?
There.
There's a terminology,
Um.
man.
Yeah.
CV.
The
CV.
CV.
You
Yeah.
want to build up your CV. So you say, Brian, me have to go call. Me have to go call Bailey, Allen Bailey not playing nothing. Allen Bailey not playing nothing. But because Bailey, man, who you think me I call? Next up are Bailey. Me I call Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
So me say this to people all the while. How many coaches we change during the World Cup qualifier time period? We change about three coach.
Mm-hmm.
Grimo, I saw Grimo, McLaren, and the next general. Don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Every coach will come. If you sit down and if you say everybody feel Francis, and you come and say you want to come with a difference, then if everybody feel next up, why if 10 man feel make have the same 10 man? So why me think them 10 man and I me a play them we every coach we have three coach I play peer defender and midfield. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Every coach can play the same set of man in the midfield. Something was
Same.
wrong.
Then
Something
the
was
must.
wrong. You know, see the man come and say, all right, then the man I feel this a man. So me go try I see a man them over and over and over. So me don't know, brother.
I don't get it. I don't understand. But listen, it's
When
something that
World Cup
definitely needs
qualifier
to
come,
change. You know what I'm saying? Me
when
see
World Cup
people
qualifier come,
say Ian Frey is
some of
better
them
than. Yeah, go ahead.
read man. No man,
It's
man.
better
Read man.
CDM. It's better CDM than Hayden. Frey lacks the discipline to play CDM. 100%, Jay. It's not even
Listen
close.
to me again. Listen to me again. Cause I know what if I come in. Listen to me. Again, with the right coach, with the right coach, and the level of IQ where some players have, and you put them to do a job, Francis, then we do it. We have seen it time and time. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But you have to know when and when not to. Remember, we put low in a CDM. in a match where they need it, and he make we win the match. And then you come back and put him in a see them in a match where never need him none at all and make it look like he never. And I see him thing, when we carry Free come, why did we force Free in the CDM when we have two players on the bench where could have played the position,
Mm.
which was where the youth name, the youngster name. He was on the bench, you know, what name? Mm. Brain have been water, you know, 'cause a long time you know the reggae boys, you know. Where the youth, he made the 16, when he made the 16, when name, man, the
Who's
young
that?
CDM. Next up, you have to do better than that now. The young CDM man, he made the 16 pro, him play with Palmer and Bobby Reed. In
Or Joel
command,
Latimer?
most time. Not Latibody, man.
Oh, you talking about Cora Anderson?
Caray Anderson. You understand what I mean? You have a player
Mhm.
like Caray Anderson where you do a job, and every time, he might not do, but why would you carry that man in there and throw him in there and you have Caray where did it from the get go?
Mhm.
And then this man, yes, him play CDM, but this man a play right back week in and week out. So you basically put him in a CDM because yes, him played it before. Yeah, say boy, him have the IQ, and we do that with so many other players. We put Tyrese Campbell on the west side and him on the right hand side
Mhm.
because what? Who was the man on the left hand side?
Cephas.
See first. So
Uh-huh.
rather make Tyrese Campbell look like he never clue what him a do. To make C first look like he know what him a do.
Uh-huh.
Because if we put Tyrese Campbell in a game, if we honest, C first have to go up on the bench.
Uh-huh.
And there's no way else he can play.
Nowhere else.
So it just,
It just
bro,
is
it
what
just,
it is, man. At the end of the day, we just gotta
yeah,
try to
yeah,
do
we
the
just need
best we
somebody.
can.
We need somebody, brother. We have the, as I say, if we come back, come coach, and the players them, if you just love the game, just love the
Mhm.
game. Shut out all that nice, shut out all that politics, because we are not the worst federation in the world. You know what I mean? We are not.
100%.
If you do your history, we are not the worst federation. But
No,
you
we're
still
not.
have those
But
players
we
go up
need.
there and
Well,
do
I'm
a
not
job.
worried about any other country. I'm worried about our country
Yeah,
and what we producing. I don't care what they're doing. Right
yeah.
now, they passing us for we're good, we're good. Now we're looking in the rearview mirror, wondering, hold on, is that's not the rearview mirror? That's the front mirror because we're seeing the back of their vehicles as they're driving away, and we're sitting here with our friggin' dicks in our hand.
Yeah. You
Hit
know
the
what I
pause
was saying?
button. Pause. Jamaica program is broken. The youngsters need to go to their club and show out. I think we need more two-way players. Too many offensive players. Offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. They need to go to their clubs and show out. How about they need to show out? Period. Like 100%. Jargon said, Revenant's history. But do you think if Anthony did not get into his accident,
Antonio, man.
could he
No,
have helped JA get over the line?
no, he
Bro,
would
we
get
if we
started.
keep if we I got like 2 minutes. If we keep if woulda shoulda coulda Dragons, we ain't getting nowhere, bro. That we keep talking about 30 years, 80. Yeah, it's we need to stay focused on the task. The task is grassroots football on the island. Period.
Put up,
You're saying?
put up at the last list at the team what we using at the playoff. That's what we need to build around. Age wise, player wise, we need to stop thinking about where if Antonio or if Greenwood come. You see that team, if you look at it, if you look at the age of most of those players in that squad, that's a good age. That's a good age. And you're carrying one and two like senior players. And we still have a lot more young players out there you can carry. The platform is there, you know. See platform there, you know. See platform there. Brandon cover, Clark. This youth here. I hope they not just dash him, you know. The brother Brown man, Bailey Calamari brother. I win play
Yep.
for. Me I try find a
Um,
game. Me I try find a win play for see for watch him play. Cause I when them call him, me know about him, you know. Me never did know say Brown have a brother will play football.
yeah, man. You didn't know that he had a little brother a long
Mm,
time. He just
no,
wasn't
me
old
I say,
enough yet to get to where he is right now.
yeah.
But again, they
But
would
so
say
me ask
based
a
off
question.
nepotism, he got into the
So me,
squad.
so me
He
ask a
played for
question.
Wrexham. Okay, Wrexham. There you
So
go.
me, so me ask if me ask a question. If him never old enough at the time to make it senior, bro, we had under 17 and under 20. Where was these players? This is what me a talk about, you know. This is what me a talk about.
Hey, act. You gotta act right, eh? You gotta act right.
No,
You be disappointing me lately, you know. Let me put it.
no,
You
but
be
me and you,
disappointing me.
just
No,
no,
let me
no.
tell you what. Let me tell you
You know
why.
what
Hold on, before you get up. Let me tell you why you be disappointing me lately. Because you know full well that if it wasn't for that Warner Brown injury, we would not see no Bailey Catamartiri.
Yeah, but you said him brother play a long time, and what have you? So,
Yeah, he been playing at that level for a long time. He's actually the better one out of the two of them.
yeah, but you have a under 17 under 20 program. So these women say, why you not try to carry up the players them through that? You just want to carry them in a senior to fix it. So you carry them
Mm-hmm.
in a senior now to
Mm-hmm.
fix it, and you try to fix it on your head. When you
Mm-hmm.
could have had these players all along. If it's even if you try to get like culture in them from under 17 under 20. And you understand what I say to you now?
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, Warner Brown got injured, what we do? We draft a Bailey, Calamarteri. We couldn't find another striker the other day, we draft a younger brother. When we been off could have had them from the under 17 and under 20, and then you would have see players that come through the ranks. We don't have nobody will come through the ranks, you know. How much of these under 20 players would just feel the other day? You think you're going to see a part of the senior team?
Bro,
When
I
you look
asked
on the
that
rest of
question.
man, you look. You ask
I
the
don't,
question
but
too?
that's what the show is all about, bro. That's what the
No,
show
make
is
it
all
a show
about.
late,
What
bro.
is the Reggae Boys' plans for the young footballers? And I said, of this lineup that's here, how can these players? What is the integration? How are you going to integrate them into the senior program when you have a whole list of
I wait
players
for
that are
them
playing
turn.
professional football that can't
And I
even
wait for
get
them turn.
into the senior team? And when they do get to the senior team campus, they get no minutes.
You're right, you
So
know.
what is
'Cause
the
look
plan?
on
That's what I'm asking. Because hold on a second, because when you think about with the Reggae girls, they got 17, 18, and 19-year-olds playing at a certain level. When they play together, they can pull one or two of them into the senior team if injuries or something. We don't have that program with like Jay said, we have 60 players per term. Every time we have a tournament, there's a whole list of new players. Like, how do we pick from the group? Where's the maturity process? Where's the germination process? Where's the development process? Meaning that there's a progression. You go from U15. I don't care where you're playing in the world. We go from U15, U17, U20. We try to integrate everybody through recruiting, through development at those levels, so that the steps to go from U20 into the senior team is seamless while mixing players that are playing that are born in Turkey, they're born in Dubai, they're born in England, but they have Jamaican heritage and they want to play for the country. How do you integrate that properly? What is the process so that we can look uniformed, man? Unified. Unified. That is what I'm asking personally.
yeah, you know, say, that is probably some of the look on the topic. You know, you're right, you're looking nail on the head. Because when you look on a player like Young Lions,
That
impressive, full of
say
potential. But you have Ellis with the in front of him, but
what
still can't
about
get a
Bell? What about so if you go Nolan, Bell, and Niles,
player to
how do
player.
they fit into the senior system program?
When you have players like Covers are weird, Ellis are weird, put up Achilles
So that
again. You talk
so
about the
that's
position of them play now.
so
So you're
that's
right.
what I
Nothing.
said. So you look at a Jaquan Brown. He didn't play bad. Brandon Bent had a good turn. How do you integrate them into the senior program? What happens to them after they compete for the country and wear the flag and show their pride? What happens to the what is the next steps for these young footballers?
Yeah, where Leighton play? Leighton play on the right for we.
Okay.
Who play on the right for we? Right now. Wait.
Leon
Pick
Bailey,
Bailey.
Tyrese Campbell,
Campbell.
Kaheem Dixon, Whisper,
Dixon.
Norman
So that,
Campbell. You
yeah, where the
flipping name
breakthrough
it,
then?
all of them is over there.
So yesterday, the amount of players that you have players were still out there where we can't get no game yet.
So then now you're bringing in new players like the Efron Mason Clarks and what's his name in the middle there? Is it Brooks? I think his name is
Iris,
Brooks.
Brooks,
No,
that player
Brooks.
there.
Another young
Brooks,
player like Brooks.
Brooks,
Right.
good.
So what do you do? Like, what is their process? That's what I'm saying, bro.
Well,
Bro, I feel like I'm like tripping.
when you look on Brooks and you look on Jeremy and Young, for me, we have a really good tournament for under 20, the number 8 there. Jeremy Young man, we play in the midfield where me tell us I'm like where he move. Him have
Exactly.
Brooks out the forget him have Brooks out the forget pass, you know.
Exactly. And that's who Isaac Hayden supposed to be, mixing around with that young, because he playing that same CDM kind of build up.
And
What is the pro, bro? These guys are
you still have
annoying.
yes, I still have Carey and this way have H up on inside. And a Ghana experience.
You have Jump there. Jump also needs
Jump.
you need some of that experience. You know what I'm saying? Same stature as like a Bobby Reed, as like a Joel Lattimore. They're like, what is the process? But then at the same time, don't forget you got Seymour. You remember Seymour, the striker?
Yes,
He's like
man.
Martiri and Bailey, Caddy Martiri. Like, what is the process? Like, we have the talent, but what are we doing with it?
Yes, see, this is what gonna happen now. This is what gonna happen. This is why I tell you say. Sad to say, but don't surprise you say none of them play upon the list here. Matriculate to the senior team. Because the amount of players were in front of them. They might just fall upon the wayside like as usual.
So that's what I'm trying to say, bro.
A
Like,
lot
that's
of
why I have
players
to
them out
see. I just don't turn this thing on and talk because I feel like talking. I'm asking a real question because you have a list like this where you have what's his name? Tyreek. Let me get a little closer. What's his name?
oh
Tarek Eximus. Then you got
Tarek Zimenis
uh
man.
then you
Zimenis
got
play for Port
Rabino
Royal.
Gordon. You got John Bell. Like, what happens to these players, bro, when they're trying to crack that squad to compete? And then you got these young players who also are looking to make that next step in their career.
And
What is the steps, bro? Are we integrating this guy? Yo,
all I know, and then you only can carry 26. So you know, so these players are gonna just fall upon the wayside and just gone. How many under 20 team we have where players they not disappear? Actually me can't put it up now, you know. The last set of
I
youth
don't.
players we have
Yeah,
like we matriculate good in a senior team, Omar Daly, Wolverine Wolf, and
how
the
long
next
ago
one
was
I
that?
name. That was the last U team we qualified. There was the last U team we qualified for World Cup. Is my point? And them could have cracked. Them could have barely cracked. So you're right. Me never da look on it like how you look on it. I never look for your title. So with all of these under 20 players who just done what they them have all of them money to get over, you know. Brother, you have Kyle Dixon to get past, you know. And you have
That
Whisper to get
I
past, you know.
whisper. You get my point, bro. You finally get my point. You got Cover Anderson. You got Brandon Cover, bro. They trying to get Max Aarons to come in. You got Ian Frey, who's 21, bro.
Where the
You
youth were
like?
bringing
Are
what
you
they them.
hearing it,
Where the
bro?
youth were bringing what they Where the youth were bringing last the other day. And
Which one?
him play really good in the last two playoff match.
In what
Webster.
position?
Webster.
Webster. Yeah, it's Webster. Ronaldo Webster.
And Webster I
He's
know he's
fighting for
starting
a
money.
game and can't get no
And a
game.
fight
If Amari Bell and Greg Lee's,
so
he
so
can't
we
get
just
no
have
game.
to remember
Yeah.
fight Webster fight for a game and look how Webster play good.
Oh,
So
let me keep
where
some fighting for a game right now, bro.
and I know my
How
right
much
back
cap them man they
man.
have?
Judge, you're right.
So what are
Yes,
we
you see
doing,
this?
bro? Like, you got
Yes,
Kahari Bennett. I told you Kahari Bell is busting up the, what is it, NC, the same league that Atkinson's in. Atkins can't even get no game, bro. Look at Warner Brown. Warner Brown has fallen from grace, bro. Warner Brown busts onto, he can't even get a whiff of the field, bro. He can't sniff the field, bro. Not even close. Not even close,
you know,
bro. Are you
I
hearing me right now?
what I'm saying, what I'm you're
So
right, you know.
that's what's going. Yeah.
Hmm?
Either Scotland or Ireland was going to capture the younger player, the younger Bailey, hence the rush. The player isn't eligible to play yet. He was listed by the JFF. So so you're saying instead of trying to, they're just capturing him so that Ireland and Scotland don't get him. That's crazy. All forward and no midfielders. The saga continues. We are the midfielders in the youth system. Where are the midfielders? That's a good question because I don't know where they are either. Next, based on the question, it seems like an administration problem for the starters. Then the must, brother, a good problem this to have. So them can't say a talent are the problem 100%, just decision making. That's why you have to pick players on how they are doing at their club based on their stats. Nah, bro. No way, Vaughn. No way, Vaughn. But yo, that's it for me, man. I'm up out of here. I ain't wasting much more time. I'm about to get up out of here. Love for the love people. Again, we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do another show on this because we still haven't. Again, the people not really saying what we gonna do, how we gonna help to integrate these young players
But
into that next level. We supposed to be having a process from U15 where it's a transition. You transition, we recruit well, we'll look all over the world. We scout players from their 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, from their 9, 8, 7. We're scouting them. Oh, they got Jamaican heritage? Okay, we're keeping an eye on them. How are they doing? How are they playing? Bringing them a part of the youth system. When we have tournaments, get them a part of the system. Those things, I don't see them happening. I don't see them. They could be happening, but I don't see them. And the results ain't showing on the field. At the end of the day. You already know what it is, man. I'm gonna let
one
Campus
thing me
give
I
his
tell
final.
you,
Mm-hmm.
youth, you touch a topic in a night and me I tell you, so me never look for your thumbnail. I want serious topic you touch, you know. One serious topic we have to do a next show on this. Me never that look on it like how that way they still tell me the topic. General, the you make me a worried about these under 20 youths now. Because the line in front of them, Jaja,
The queue long, brother,
the
long.
queue long. Because Ali and Bailey start play back good again. Mighty God, a Dix now with a move where he make and
Don't
start
forget,
look good
Damari ain't
again.
come back yet, eh? So enough man game
Yeah,
get chopped.
Bobby Reed look good in a game when he play, first game when he play what year too. So I'm just saying, plus you have the youngster down over Holland there. Don't forget him in a Van de Ventin, we play left back, the youngster.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean? And remember, you know, you still have younger players. We never met the under 20 squad where we are do exceptionally well to, you know, we're out there way to, you know. You have them play the out there way to, you know.
And then you still have some players that are developing right now that we don't know about that are ready to bust onto the scene.
Mm-hmm.
That are
Yeah,
ready
bro.
to bust onto the scene. So when I come up with these topics and bro, I be sitting here thinking about this, like, yo, honestly speaking, like, I enjoyed the games that were played for the U20 squad. I enjoyed the games. I seen how they wanted to play, but like, I was thinking to myself, what happens next for them? Like, honestly
Yes, yeah.
speaking,
You see a better way, a more part for girls them more than the younger boy them.
talk to me.
Because you see what you see in a team though, even with the little tournament where they go play what they with the whole of these youngsters we get game. We now do that with our senior team as soon as we get called for a tournament, do we do what we do? The
That
same set of man them.
now you talk, but you gotta come earlier. But I'm ready to end the show. You just picking it
Internet
up what
man.
I'm putting down right now, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
You just pick it up. But I said this for the last before you came on. That's all I was talking about. Like, honestly speaking, when you look at the girl, bro, they got 17, 18, and 19-year-olds playing at the international levels for the girls, bro. We don't
So
got
when
none of that, bro.
as soon as our seniors females them, some of them step down. When you look on the like a 15-year-old level where the 15 for we. When she come in our team, you know, she don't get all of them experience and game time in them little tournament, you know, even though they get big beaten, but she get the experience. When you look on the goalkeeper, Brooks. When last have we give a young goalkeeper a game in our senior team? And we are on the youth name Grant, you know, potential dead for him, you know. But we have in front of him. Boys Clark, Shakwan them, Safari, and one next key. You know what I mean? And remember,
And
Angela
Blake
ready
still
to
there, yeah.
Angela
Blake
ready
is
to
still
turn
there
up his
out.
oh,
So think about this. This game that they played against South Africa, that should have been the game that Carl Anderson played as a younger senior player. He's supposed to be getting these game reps. Every
but
if it's not Isaac Hayden playing, it got to be Curl Anderson if he's the number 2. What are
That
we
is what I
doing?
say. That is what I say. So we make, say you bring up one topic and me I go sit down and do some research. When you look on the player them play under 20, brother, IQ in front of them big, Not saying they can't make it,
For
But
days, bro.
a coach I got brave enough.
No, but what's the path? No. They can make it if there's a path.
There's no path.
What's
There's
the
none.
path? What's the
There's,
plan? What's the plan to take these U20 youth that clearly are capable enough to play to make the squad? What's the plan for them to progress
all right.
into the senior squad?
Yeah,
What's the plan?
I do. All
Go
right.
to your club?
You, you, so this is what I say. You can't see the path more with the girls because for whatever reasons, the coaching staff sometimes in some tournaments we give younger players games. We have seen it. We have seen younger players get game and we have seen we got beaten really bad, but at least they are getting games. We are not seeing that. We are not seeing it because when you look even upon the Unity Cup squad, everybody says should have been the team we play. Those players who play Unity Cup have one big queue in front of them too, If you
Oh
remember,
yeah. Oh yeah.
remember the queue?
I talked about it earlier too. I have
And,
up
and,
all the lineups here. I have up
and then
all the
play
lineups here and I put them out.
and then play good in a Unity Cup, but reality, the man we play in a Unity Cup.
To them
If the
there?
players them will- if the players them will fit come back, you couldn't expect none of them Unity Cup man to get no game.
Unity
I
Cup
true.
squad. Like I said, Raheem Edwards, bounce. Nick Simmons, bounce. Fuller, bounce. Dujon Brown, bounce. Kaylin Catamite, bounce. You got Courtney Clark, bounce. Nikai Ellis, bounce. Dwight Merrick, bounce.
Yeah.
Brandon Cover, bounce. Tyrese Hall. But you might not get no game. You be on the squad, but you ain't gonna get no minutes. You want me to
Remember,
continue?
remember Dixon, remember Dixon play good in a Unity Cup,
Oh, okay.
Dixon play, but Dixon couldn't get back a game over Bailey when Bailey fit.
Or
I
Whisper
just,
really and truly.
I
Or
whisper
or
really
Tyrese Campbell. How he
and
gonna play over Tyrese Campbell?
and you need to put him and as well somebody said to me what day, cause see first all the one, cause see first. Who was our most goal contributor in the World Cup qualifier?
Mm,
See first, as much
mm,
as our cousin, he contribute to most of our goals.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whether by so
What about hook
if
or crook?
so when you look on these players now, plus the under 20, plus the youngsters that will come in, the Mason Clark, them all of them players that they carry now. When you look on the free will come in, and
Yeah.
if I Pinnock, maybe say if you end up in boots yet, Pinnock still there too. And I'm
Okay.
tell us how they bring experience in our back line.
And Bernardo
And
get back healthy again. Deshaun Bernard and try it
and
again.
Deshaun Bernard, as I say,
Brother.
Deshaun Bernard now come back in our own now.
And don't
And
count on and Mikel Antonio, eh? Don't think he
yeah,
ain't done tried, eh?
I remember my boy start get game now, Remember, when name ya? Lambi Keys I get game now,
Okay. So yeah, big
And then,
topic, man. Big
yeah,
topic.
so
No,
me man
he
next time call me, man. I show me internet I give me problem. I come up
I'll
on it
call
and
you.
see.
Nah, he was representing
Bro,
those countries already. It seems his older brother convinced him to play for Jamaica, but his paper needs sorting. Scottish fans vex you when his name was listed by JFF. Yeah, they just so Francis, you
yeah,
realize you
that's true.
exposed that we have actual squad depth. It comes down
We
to poor
know.
selection. Yes,
We know
yes,
this.
yes, yes.
We know this. We know this. Bro, we have youth that play for under 20, but still a play for schoolboy team, never club,
Yeah.
never
Oh yeah,
football club
and
a play
Rico
for
Henry.
that.
Jesus have mercy.
And we have Jesus being Rico Henry. You see depth? And as I
But
said, me
yet
never
still we
remember that
can't.
more
Yet
broke.
still we lose to these little teams. Do you understand my frustration? Like I don't like why? Why?
Within it, yeah, we there talk about Billy Calamari. We forget about the Rasta. Nobody remember the Rasta.
Who that? Daniel Johnson?
No, we play forward. When me can't remember my name,
Oh,
Rasta
Ramon
we play forward.
Burrell.
Borrell, goal
Yeah,
scorer.
yeah. Shock.
So, so you see when Nolan them have to come. You see when Nolan them have to overcome.
Oh,
And them the
okay.
man we can, and them the man we can broke in our first team.
Okay.
Yet,
Okay.
Poor little Sean Layton
Okay.
and
Sean, are
Robino
you
Garden.
okay?
My,
Robino Gardner, no, he can't crack. He get a couple friendlies
no,
on. No, he can't crack the lineup.
that's what I'm saying, Jay. There were a lot of players in the recruiting process before this under 20 team. So them most of them youth can't play back under 20 again.
Nope.
So what happened to them? What happened to
Okay.
them? So they can't play
Okay.
under 20.
Okay.
The queue in front of them for senior team long if we're being honest. Cause
If our club
yes,
don't
we have
come pick
good
them
players.
up, what we doing?
But even if the club come pick them up, I fit Leon Bailey. As much as I will beat him, I fit Leon Bailey if he go on good for whoever I play for this season. When World Cup qualifiers start run again, I may have to play. I fit Bailey Calamari, I fit Borrell. So when Nolan I go do? Where the number 10 name?
Howell
Where all I go do? When you have a fit Bobby Reed,
and
when you have
Casey
a fit
Palmer.
Tyree, when you have a fit Tyree Sall, you have a fit
Hmm?
Brooks, you have Damira Gray, them a come back, Brody
And Efron
Q,
Mason Clark is gonna fight for
Clark,
that spot over there with Cephas, Efron Mason Clark, and Demari Gray on the left side, battling for some minutes over there. And
So
Joe
to be
Tyrese,
honest,
because he like to play on the left. He play on the left or
I,
right. Like what?
I, and if I'm being honest, out of all of the U20 team, otherwise from the U20 Tremi Young, one of the players I'm most impressed with, if I'm being honest, is the youth in 11, Bell.
Bell, Jamani
The youth,
Bell. Yep.
yes, the
Yep.
youth in 11,
Yep.
the youth have a future.
Yep.
The youth have a, but when you look on the players them in front of him,
Hey, what's that dude that played? You know that dude that played with with Mason Greenwood at Marseille. Jonathan Rowe. He's Jamaican too.
Jonathan,
So he get the crew Jonathan Rowe come play like
and this is the thing,
you understand what I'm
See,
saying, dog?
earlier on, you said pulling power from coach and recruiters. Sometimes as a player, you sit back and you watch and look, and you see players that come from left, right, and center, and you see yourself and I say, yeah, man. As you say, you see quality players who actually can help develop your game and make you bring it to you. And you just jump and say, yeah, I'll give Jamaica a try.
Yep.
This is why so much young players are come out, I
Yep.
see them, I see them, I see where happening, I see them, I see where
I want to
happening.
join the
I
yep.
want to be
Yep.
I want to be a part of it. Because you see it. Bro, you bring up a topic, you bring out the depth, then can't come give you an excuse, but then can't find player,
Can't. Because
Then
Ultravante
clear
store can't get a call up. And I'm going to bust up every league I'm going at.
My boy, me just watch my boy play a match the other night.
Yo,
Norman Campbell. Remember Norman Campbell still a play. Remember have a drop on Norman Campbell.
Oh.
Which one of them left sided player, yeah?
Hmm.
Take out Bailey and Tyrese Campbell out of it. Which one of them young player can get in the game
Not
over
even, not
Norman
even,
Campbell with
not
Norman
even
Campbell fitness
Whisper
they
and
have?
Dixie can't get it over it. Like, how they going to do it?
Me never remember Norman Campbell. I fit Norman Campbell and I fit Whisper and I fit Dixon. You have to play Norman Campbell. But bro,
Y'all gotta come in
Farmer
here
can
early, man. When I start these, when
Farmer
I
can
tell you, when I be having
all this.
these topics, man, sometimes be waiting a day or two. Sometimes I have
Ah,
these topics all a week ahead. A week ahead,
no,
people. Let me tell you, I have these topics a week ahead. Cause again, these topics come from somewhere deeper than even myself. And I'm trying to tell you, like, when I have these topics, these are questions that need to be answered. And you can't
no.
dodge them. You can't bypass them because push come to
Michael,
shove,
bro.
shove come to push. You know what's gonna happen? Hold on, Michael. Get to Michael. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen?
Mm, mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to face it anyways.
I go
Because
come
in
see
a
him.
year or 2 or 3, you're gonna ask what happened to Lyles?
Yeah,
What happened
we
to
have no.
what
Yeah.
happened to why is Nolan playing for Canada? When did he switch
Well,
allegiance?
we have Nation League come up, Perfect time to start look on them some of them player, We no need to see no one back a whole long time on the Nation League.
No, results, man. Results. They need them cap,
So
They need them cap.
Michael Daly did an interview the other day, and I think it's an article or something. So him committed because there's nothing he can do again. He can't go play for nobody else. So he might go play for Jamaica until he decide to hang up in boots. So him committed.
Don't
So
like
unless
that.
so unless him and the
That's
coach
the
with the
stick a fork in that. It don't even
yes, so him
matter.
and the coach. You know, him and the coach, whether no care who a coach the team, he might just come play because him done. So he's still a part of it.
He's locked in. And these young players, yeah, I was supposed to go about 10 minutes ago. I'm gone, man. And these players are young. If they do it right, they can have a team for at least 2 cycles. For sure.
Three,
For
three
sure.
cycles,
Easy.
three
Because we
cycles,
got young
three
players.
cycles,
Easy. But
three
listen,
cycles,
people,
easy.
I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all be good. You know what I'm saying? Again, I gotta do a part 2 for this one. I'm gonna try to do it maybe at a better time. I don't know, but y'all gotta tap in because these things are important for the growth of our football. Otherwise, we just gonna keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Campus Bailey must not make back the team. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, Jay. It's all right. You guys will learn to forgive and forget. It's all good. Because at the end of the day, if they can't take his game, Campus, why would you give it up?
You want to tell me, say, for argument's sake, I barely have a 20 goal season in EPL this season. For
And
argument's
you
sake,
say no to him.
you are going to tell me, say, when Jamaica time come, you are going to tell me, say, you don't want to say a Bailey. Never you say that, man. You don't know where man it's going to happen. Can't do.
One Chippy Bailey, yeah. I have to call out Craig Butler on something. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta call out Craig
No,
Butler.
go on next.
I seen him doing something like training wise, because I love the way he trains the players. I love the way he develops footballers. But he was doing something that was kind of counterproductive to what he normally does. But that's for another show. And it's nothing like that. It's literally strictly football. Like how you would talk about parrying a shot, um, knocking a shot over. No way. It's literally just strictly football. Nothing to do with anything else that you guys would like to beat him about. All right, people. I'm gone. Campos, final thoughts because I'm out of here.
Bro, we have to do this again. You touch a topic and give me something to think about. But these are things that me I say a long time. With Jamaica football, Jamaica, we don't know how to phase out talent and phase in talent. Without disrespecting anyone, we don't know how to mix. We don't know how to do that thing there. We hang on to some players too long. Not because we let a man say no good enough, but it's just the next generation. You have to know how
Yeah,
to
to get him a
phase
run.
in. And
You have to get him a run.
we need to. I mean, like when I see with the girl and where the phasing in and phase out thing, me like that. And we just need to see same thing because I think the male side have more depth than the female side. I think me love what the nation had to feed itself now next up. I think
Mhm.
the pulling power of the of brand Jamaica is better than ever. Cause we have see players from all different walks now. And we just need to do what we are do. But as I say, we have to fix it because if we don't fix it, it'll come thump in our belly 2029, 2028,
Yeah,
2030. You know what I mean? So we have to do it. We have to do it. We
definitely.
have to do it.
Big
Hmm.
up yourself, Jay, every time, man. Love for the love, people. We're going to continue this another time. You already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend. And I know it hasn't been consistent, but hit that bell icon because we're going to get more consistent for you. You understand? Big up yourself, 6 every single time. I'm out of
Late,
here.
six late,
Peace.
six late. Big up,
Yeah,
six
yeah. And
late, bro.
I sent you this thing a long time ago. I might have to send out the bat signal next time. I don't want to, you know what I mean? We'll see. Hit me up. Mouty.